But not just for any ball game, Ronnie Greer.
No, sir.
This is going to be for the district championship in 8-5A Division II. Hello.
Championship Thursday.
I like it. It's got a good ring to it. And what a game we've got, everybody. I'm Tim Samuels along with Ronnie Greer.
Come on with it.
Two teams, undefeated North Forney Falcons, hosting this tonight against the number one ranked Ennis Lions, Ronnie. Coached by two very good coaches in the legendary Sam Harrell, but also it's very well known what Randy Jackson has done in his 20-year career, most notably in the Metroplex with what he did with Mesquite Poteet back in 2016 and 17. And a lot of people around here were very excited when Coach Jackson came over to North Forney, and just in a couple of years, he's done it again, and he's got a pretty good squad tonight facing these Ennis Lions.
He sure does. Got a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. Offensive skill kids, defensive skill in the secondary. Got a big-time defensive lineman. I know you're going to tell us about all of that. But I think tonight, if you were going to sum it up, just simply said, it's going to be all about how you react to getting hit in the mouth, because that's going to be happening a lot.
You know, you look at North Forney, Ronnie, and you know, they've got one impressive win, not to take anything away from their other wins because they're 7-0 coming into tonight's game. They opened the season and really opened the eyes for a lot of people when they knocked off then number 9 ranked in the state, Frisco Lone Star, the Rangers, in a nail-biter, 34-31. Then they beat a pretty decent little Elm team, 30-14. But you have to go all the way down to Greenville in District 8-5A that had a winning record, and they beat them 57-25 before shutting out Corsicana a week ago, 42-0. So they averaged 47 points a game, Ronnie, but they give up 21. And as I just mentioned, they've given up 37 to Fort Worth Brewer. They've given up 21 to the likes of Forney and Sulphur Springs, and as previously mentioned, 31 to Lone Star.
Right.
So the defense will bend but not break, but they've, like Ennis.
Hadn't broke yet.
Exactly. Well stated. Well stated. But, you know, if you're going to be a big dog in the playoff hunt, you got to have quality, skilled position players. And I tell you what, North Forney has a fine quarterback in Jacob Okuna. He's 5'11", 185 pounds. A year ago, he threw for 1,715 yards and 21 touchdowns, and he added 350 yards with his legs and another 8 scores, so he accounted for 29 touchdowns. And he is your prototype, folks, of a dual-threat quarterback. And Okuna is the head of this monster because they got a great running back in Ty Collins, tough, durable, Ennis Smith-like, 5'11", 210 pounds, but can run a 4.5 40.
Right.
And a year ago, he ran for 12.28 and 14 touchdowns. And if they need to throw it, they've got the big 6'4", 215-pound receiver out there in Cam Allen with 5 TDs a year ago, 16 grabs on 281 yards. And then you need a big hoss in the middle of that offensive line. And no doubt an all-district performer, and Riley Tracy, all 6'2" and 320 pounds. And they've got another one. Josh Anderson is 6'1", and the program says 340 pounds.
Wow, yeah.
So they got a little beef up there.
Oh, they're huge, man. I mean, they're so big they got to sit down in shifts. I mean, these guys are huge. I'm looking at them right now without shoulder pads on, and they look fully padded. But I'll tell you what, man, you got it. You nailed it right there. The quarterback, and that's what, you know, it all keys on him. It all happens with him. Defensively, Ennis is going to have to get pressure on him. And when he flushes, they're going to have to contain him, because I really see him hurting you with his legs more than his arm. Not saying that he can't throw the ball, because he can. And as you said, he's got a couple of bona fide receivers to help him in that department. But, you know, this Ennis defense is going to come, and they're going to present issues for him. In talking about Ennis, the Lions, as they're averaging 58 points a game, and they're only allowing 14. They have 1,267 yards rushing so far, and have only allowed 611. That's 101 yards a game they're allowing, and they're gaining 211. The key here, I think, the balance of the Ennis offense is they've scored 25 touchdowns on the ground and 21 touchdowns through the air. So it's going to be kind of pick your poison. And you know that three-headed monster, with Smith and Simmons and and Spencer, it creates serious problems. I mean, you know, you can't scheme the quarterback because he's got so many weapons that at his availability, and then you got a stable full of running backs. So you can't scheme him, and you know, you can't really disguise your coverages because who you going to show on and who aren't you going to cover? You got all three of them. So this Ennis offense truly does present a problem as far as passing. They're averaging 248 yards, and the defense is allowing 130. That's 106 completions of 151 tries with 3 interceptions. That's a 70% clip throwing the football. They're allowing 61%, and the defense has claimed 10 interceptions so far this season, and they've only allowed 11 touchdowns total. So, you know, they're the definition of balance, and Sam's done a great job of, as we always say, he takes what the defense gives him, and you know, we were talking about the defensive end. I can't recall his name right at the moment, but he's bona fide. He's the real deal. He's huge. He's fast. He gets a lot of good pressure. And if it was me, I'd move him to a nose tackle tonight and try to stop the run. I'd try to stop one or the other because you're not going to be able to stop both with Ennis, I don't think.
Ronnie, you're talking about Rod Brown. That defensive end, he's 6'1", 280 pounds, and runs a 4.8.
And he's the real deal. I mean, and he would easily move inside if they chose to do that. Of course, Jackson didn't call me and ask me, so they ain't no telling what he's going to do. But if I was going to try to stop one or the other of Ennis, it would be the run, because I just don't see you being able to stop the pass. But you know, Sam, hey, if you load the box, he's coming over the top. If you
what you give me.
If you vacate the box, he's going to stuff it down your throat. But let's talk about that quarterback, the Sheriff, Colin Drake. He's 93 of 133 attempts for 1,346 yards already this season, a 70% passing completion rate. He's got 19 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. That's 199.07 QB rating. He's also rushed the ball 37 times for 259 yards and 4 touchdowns. Leading the rushers for Ennis is D. Johnson. He has 38 carries, 369 yards, 6 touchdowns. That's almost a 10-yard per carry average. Devion Beasley has 41 carries for 320, 10 touchdowns, and almost an 8-yard per carry. And let's see, Drake comes in at third with 259 on 37 carries, as I just said, and that's almost 7 yards a carry. As far as receiving, Spencer leads the way with 572 yards on 33 catches. He's been thrown at 48 times. He has 8 touchdowns. Skyland Simmons has 309 yards on 23 catches of 30 attempts, 30 thrown at him, and he has 6 touchdowns. Karan Smith is 18 catches for 223 yards. He has 3 touchdowns. And Jace Vapor Trail Berry has 9 catches for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I'll tell you what, offensively, you're talking about skill position kids.
And this is loaded.
And let's not leave out that offensive line, the Chaos crew. Man, I'm telling you, these boys, they are flat doing it, man. I mean, pressure, press. I mean, these guys have just given the defensive lines and linebackers, along with, Clayton Jenkins. Oh, my goodness. Out of that halfback, he's just been killing people. So let's look at the defense. Defensively, Eric Gonzalez has 70 tackles for the Lions to lead the way, and 10 of those are for loss. He has 2 sacks. Peyton Bull Chapman has 67 tackles. 2 of those are, more than that. Yeah, 9 are for loss. Let's see, I believe he also has 2 interceptions. That's correct. Caden Hubbard has 42 tackles. He has 3 sacks. And let's see, Jarvion Williams has 31 tackles. He has 3 block kicks, 2 punts and a field goal. He has 6 sacks for a negative 25 yards, and he has 9 tackles for loss. And I'll tell you what, They are flat after it, Tim.
Well, since you talked about Ennis's defense, and there's a few folks on the other side of the ball for the North Forney Falcons that are going to have their hands full running with that offense you described a while ago. And just to mention a few names that you're going to hear quite a bit tonight, the defensive lineman we just spoke of, Rod Brown, but also look out for linebacker Akanimo Asakwo, who's 6 foot, 210 pounds, and 4'6" in the 40.
You need a Kleenex?
Asakwo. 5 sacks a year ago, but also look out for defensive back LaMarcus Kirk. He's one of their leaders in tackles. He had 81 tackles a year ago, chipped in with 4 sacks, also had an interception. They'll be the ones to spearhead the North Forney Falcon defense. And
I tell you what, coming at them strong off of that Ennis offensive line are Dorian Strong, Cody Jersick, Patlin Mendez, Drew Pierce, and Tamario Pace. And we'll probably see some Isaac Gray in there tonight also.
No doubt.
And, of course, Jenkins. I mean, they're primed and ready, I promise you. 2
teams, Ronnie, undefeated, going to duke it out here tonight at Citibank Stadium, folks. So you want to stick around. I'm Tim Samuels. He's Ronnie Greer. We'll be back with more of the Doc's Beverage pregame show after these messages.
Hi, I'm Jeff Irish, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, Jeff Irish, with Edward Jones, am a proud sponsor of Ennis Lions football and 106.9 Ranch. Call 972-875-4706 or stop by my office at 1905 West Ennis Avenue, Suite 401 for a face-to-face appointment. Making sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Kozlowski Collision Repair is run by a family that will treat your vehicle like their own. Located in Ennis, they provide professional and affordable collision repair that you can depend on. Dent removal, auto body work, and collision repair. You name it, and they'll take care of it. Contact Kozlowski Collision Repair today at 972-875-3900 for all of your collision repair needs. Kozlowski Collision Repair, a proud sponsor of the Ennis Lions.
Established in 2000, Hayden Electric Incorporated offers quality work at an affordable cost, specializing in fuel and convenience stations, restaurants, pole lighting, and major retail facilities. Hayden Electric has all company personnel and no contract labor. Hayden Electric Incorporated at 1810 South Kaufman in Ennis, or call 214-384-5664. Proud sponsors of Ennis High School sports. Ennis State Bank is a proud supporter of our Ennis Lions since 1933. ESB has been committed to serving and supporting the citizens of Ennis. They put the needs of their customers and Ennis first with the kind of service you can only get at your local bank. Ennis State Bank and Ennis Lions, the best 2 teams in town. Go Lions! Ennis State Bank, the only bank that can call Ennis home. 815 West Ennis Ave, member FDIC.
Looking to qualify for a home loan? Go see Stacy Fincher at Guild Mortgage in Ennis. Guild Mortgage has helped families finance for over 50 years. Guild has low down payment options including USDA, VA, FHA, and many others. Visit StacyFincher.com. That's Stacy with an I. Go see Stacy at 101 Northwest Main Street in Ennis or call 469-337-4916. Guild Mortgage, own what matters. Go Lions!
Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender company, NMLS 3274, Stacy Fincher, NMLS 469883. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Folks, did you know your front door is your first chance to make a great impression? That's why Ennis Door and Trim should be your only stop for custom commercial and residential doors, windows, and trim. Go see Robert Blazik and his crew at 2607 South Kaufman in Ennis or call 972-875-7800. You can also shop them online at ennisdoor.com. That's Ennis Door and Trim, where opening doors daily is their business.
Welcome back, everybody, to Citibank Stadium in Forney, Texas. Tim Samuels and Ronnie Greer. And it is playoff football-type atmosphere here tonight in the championship game. If you like championships, this is the place to be. We'll have about as big as a house out there in the stands as you can get in this COVID era. And the juice is out there. You know, Ronnie, I was on Twitter this week, and both teams were kind of going at it. And, boy, you love it because it just gets your adrenaline going. It's time to go.
Yeah, it is. Both teams have, really hadn't had just a whole lot of the best competition other than one game each. And like I said, tonight's the night that you really don't know how you're going to react. You go out there and somebody just – hauls off and busts you right up the chops, but I got a real good feeling about this Ennis bunch. I think that they're, Red Oak hit us in the mouth a couple of times. So, and I'm sure that Frisco probably popped a few of these boys from Forney, North Forney in the mouth a couple of times. But
Ronnie, that's a good point though, because if you look at North Forney, if you look at their season record and you look at who they played. To measure that competition, they've played 2 teams, now 3 tonight counting Ennis, that are going to the playoffs in 2020. Right. For Ennis, that tally is up to 4 now. When you think of Summit, Red Oak, Royce City, and they'll end up playing Greenville, so that'll be half their season will be against playoff teams when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and the way they beat those teams, I mean, they just really dominated in all facets of the ball game. And one of the other keys is that all of those young kids got to play and see some, productive playing time, which is going to be, invaluable down the road.
No question.
Especially in this, like you call it the COVID area, but, as I've told several people this, I don't remember if I said it on the air or not, but this is the deepest team of championship caliber in a long time in Ennis. Even back in the day, the early 2000s, late 1990s, we had great talent in the ones, but we weren't that thick. We were fairly thin in the twos. But
just fortunate to stay healthy with those ones, right?
Exactly. And this football team is, I would say there may be 2 or 3 spots where, we'd lose something if a starter went out. But COVID is a whole nother thing. See, it's not just going to take 1 or 2. If you wind up getting a spell with COVID, it's going to get 12, 15, 16 kids, So, and right here at the playoffs, that could cost you your whole season. So for these kids to have done the things and taken the measures and really been strict about it to be able to play this long and not have had a let me knock on some wood, not have had an episode with it. It's just remarkable, and you got to applaud them and take your hat off to them and say, man, well done, and the coaching staff as well. But I really feel like that's going to make a difference down the line, because when our ones come out, probably more than half of them, you're not losing a whole lot. You're losing some, but you're not losing a whole lot.
And, Ronnie, that's such an important point that you make when you talk about the depth of the Ennis lines, because correct me if I'm mistaken here, but or misspeaking on this, but they've actually not just dipped into the 2s. They've actually dipped into some 3s, which is really kind of embodying what you're talking about here.
And, especially at running back, you get beyond D and DB Beasley, I wouldn't call, any of the next 3 aren't third. They're all 2s. They're strong kids.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I don't see a very big drop off there at running back or wide receiver as far as that goes. I mean, you plug a Novi and a Barry or whoever in there for Karan or outside for Leyland, and you just you're not losing a lot.
And of course in the backfield we're talking about the likes of Jacoby Collins and Fabian Becks.
Exactly.
Yeah, very talented team.
And also along the offensive line.
Well, that's good. That's what builds your program, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's going to be.
And JV's undefeated. I believe the freshmen are district champs. We've got an undefeated 8th grade team.
Future is bright.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the young kids are really come back into the program and are performing extremely well.
Ronnie, when you look at this matchup, and North Forney a year ago under Coach Jackson was 7-3, and they went to by district and got a taste of winning, and came back this year with 22 returning players, 21 of which lettered just a year ago, and with 7 offensive starters back and 8 defensive starters. This team has got to feel and I think is evidenced by their undefeated record to date. They got to feel confident coming in here against these Ennis Lions, and they really want to challenge the big dogs on the hill.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've got just as much at stake tonight as the Lions do. I mean, this is a very important ball game, not only as far as district championship. Well, okay, so, but that number one seed.
There you go.
Is extremely important.
There you go, Ronnie. Let's touch on that for the listeners, so that people are very clear on the playoff scenario as we play out the rest of this season. So tonight represents just what Ronnie said. The winner of this game will go in as the number one seed when playoff football starts for 5A and 6A in the second week of December. Okay? Doesn't matter what happens after today, because as Ronnie posted this week, the next football game for the Lions will not be next weekend of Thanksgiving weekend. No game. It won't be until the following Thursday, Thursdays, 2 weeks from tonight.
December 3rd.
And they'll play Greenville, they'll play the Lions.
In the Nothing Bowl.
At Ennis, and it's just a game.
It's just a game.
Has no bearing whatsoever on playoff implications. Nothing.
And another thing that is important to put out there is that whoever wins tonight, it doesn't matter. Either team, both of these teams tonight will host their first playoff game. Now, that's kind of unusual. Usually it's only the district champion. But in the COVID area, as they split the district into two zones, they've awarded that to both zone champions.
Good point.
So that's very important, not only, morale-wise and getting a home crowd playoff game, but financially for both school districts. That's a bit of a reward.
No question.
So that's just something else to put in the column of the treasures of tonight.
Take advantage.
Exactly.
Nail down that number one seed. As Ronnie stated, these teams will be number one and number two. Your number 3 and 4 seeds will be between Greenville and Royce City. I believe they're teeing it up tomorrow night under the real Friday Night Lights. The winner of that contest getting the 3 seed, the loser getting the 4 seed, and that's locked in. What do you say, partner? How about another break?
Let's do it.
That's Ronnie Greer. I'm Tim Samuels. You're listening to the Doc's Beverage Pregame Show, and we'll be back to wrap this up after these messages.
KRVF, Curran, Cedar Creek, Kaufman, Hillsboro. Texans, Outlaws, and Legends. 106.9 The Ranch.
This Christmas, come light up your holidays in downtown Ennis. Enjoy carriage rides, a giant snow hill, and cookies with Mrs. Claus. Play the Elf Seek and Find game while Christmas shopping in our unique downtown shops. Stroll around taking in the beautiful Christmas decor and brand new rooftop lights. Follow us on Facebook at Ennis, Texas and Main Street City for more details on holiday festivities in Ennis. Happy holidays, y'all!
Ennis Glass LLC should be the first call for any residential or commercial glass project. Family owned and operated for 34 years, Ennis Glass is ready to install custom shower glass, replacement windows, mirrors, plexiglass, commercial aluminum systems, and much more. The Vasquez family stands ready to provide you with the top-of-the-line service, workmanship, and satisfaction that Ennis Glass is known for.
Call Ennis Glass LLC at 972-878-9902.
Financing is available. Ennis Glass, proud supporters of the Ennis Lions.
If you place your hard-earned money into a bank, you should demand more in return than checking, savings, and loans. You deserve a bank that makes a difference in your life. Citizens National Bank of Texas does. Take education, for example. CNB has awarded more than 624 year scholarships to Ellis County seniors since 1952. It has supported many Ennis ISD teacher, student, and Lion athletic programs. If you want a bank that gives back to your community, then you belong here at Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC.
Ennis State Bank is a proud supporter of our Ennis Lions since 1933. ESB has been committed to serving and supporting the citizens of Ennis. They put the needs of their customers and Ennis first with the kind of service you can only get at your local bank. Ennis State Bank and Ennis Lions, the best two teams in town. Go Lions! Ennis State Bank, the only bank that can call Ennis home. 815 West Ennis Ave, member FDIC.
Looking to qualify for a home loan? Go see Stacy Fincher at Guild Mortgage in Ennis. Guild Mortgage has helped families finance for over 50 years. Guild has low down payment options including USDA, VA, FHA, and many others. Visit StacyFincher.com. That's Stacy with an I. Go see Stacy at 101 Northwest Main Street in Ennis or call 469-337-4916. Guild Mortgage, own what matters. Go Lines.
Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender company, NMLS 3274, Stacy Fincher, NMLS 469883. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice.
Ennis State Bank is a proud supporter of our Ennis Lions since 1933. ESB has been committed to serving and supporting the citizens of Ennis. They put the needs of their customers and Ennis first with the kind of service you can only get at your local bank. Ennis State Bank and Ennis Lions, the best two teams in town. Go Lions! Ennis State Bank, the only bank that can call Ennis home. 815 West Ennis Ave, member FDIC.
Blackland Building Supply is the only name in Ellis County to remember when it comes to home building and home improvement. The staff at Blackland have many years in the home building business, and they bring that experience in for your advantage. They know what it means to have the products you need, when you need them, and at the price that is comparable to the major chains. Blackland, 16,000 square foot showroom and 5 acres of lumber are located at 1701 South Kaufman in Ennis. Blackland Building Supply proudly supports the Ennis Lions.
Founded in 1993, Lone Star Railroad Contractors is an on-call 24/7 maintenance and construction service company. Don't get derailed. We will make sure your rails are clean, safe, and maintained, keeping your business on track. Family owned and operated out of Ennis, Texas, Lone Star Railroad Contractors are proud sponsors of the Ennis Lions and Lady Lions. They cover tracks from New Mexico to Nebraska and Texas to Tennessee. Look them up online at LoneStarRailroad.com or contact Josh Newman at 972-878-9500. Lone Star Railroad Contractors. We're making tracks.
Welcome back, everybody, to Citibank Stadium. Tim Samuels and Ronnie Greer as we are winding down the Doc's Beverage pregame show with the singing of our national anthem and getting ready for your First State Bank presentation of Ennis Lions football right here on KRVF 106.9 The Ranch.
Thank Doc's Beverage and Colachi Depot for pregame sponsorship.
Always, Ronnie. As we get ready to look at winding down pregame here, sum it up. Thoughts and impressions. Coach Harrell, known for a long time, Ronnie. You've seen film on this team. Where do you think he attacks his Falcon defense? And you talked about getting pressure on the quarterback already because Acuna's a big difference in this ballgame. But tell us about it, my man.
Well, I think that, as I said, you're going to have to get pressure, but the key is containing him if he does come out of the pocket. Got to keep coverage on the big man down the field and underneath, and offensively, it's going to be what do they do if they bring 7 into the box? Sam's going to go over the top or underneath, and if they try to double here, if they double Leyland, watch for Karan underneath. You can watch for Karan underneath anyway because that's going to happen one way or the other. but and Nemo, I'm telling you, man, Skylar Simmons could be, this could be his breakout night tonight because if they try to double Leyland, he could have a big game.
Simmons is one of those underrated guys and unheralded guys when you look at all the weapons that you were describing earlier in the pregame show, Ronnie. But Simmons is a matchup nightmare with his 6'5" frame, and with his stride, it looks like he's not going fast. But let me tell you, we've seen him run away from defenders every single weekend.
When you're covering 4 yards of stride, it's not hard to get somewhere. I promise you that.
Folks, we're just about ready for this district championship, and the best statistician in the world, Rick Nelson, just told us that Ennis is going to get the football first here. So we'll get a chance to watch the North Forney Falcons kick off to the Ennis Lions. North Forney, the home team tonight, wearing their kind of purple and gray uniforms with purple numerals outlined in gray, the black pants, and the black and gray headgear for the Falcons. Ennis with their icy whites coming in with the white jerseys, the red Ennis across the front, and the maroon, and the maroon numerals and the solid white pants with the maroon headgear and the Ennis insignia scripted across the sides of the helmet.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know if that's not the lights that are giving that a purple tint, because all of these caps that I've seen walking around here have that blue.
It is kind of a blue-violet kind of?
Yeah. I don't really – it's a different blue. But as you say, these lights reflecting off of them do give it a purple tint.
And here goes a little pooch kick and a fair catch at the 29 by the up back. And I believe that's Jace Berry at the 29-yard line. So Ennis will get a first set up shop, first down and 10, folks. And, boy, this is exciting to have two undefeated teams coming in representing 8-5A Division II. So a battle of the Titans right here before our eyes.
I'll tell you what, good crowds on both sides of the field tonight, despite the 50% occupancy.
So out of the sideline and to the line of scrimmage, no huddle here. Two receivers come to the near side of the field. The ball's on the far hash mark. D. Johnson set to the right of Colin Drake, who's winding down a wonderful 2-year career here with the Lions. And here's a give to D. Johnson. Breaks one tackle. He's across the 35-40. Breaks the second tackle inside the 50-yard line. Rushed out of bounds somewhere around the 46-yard line. What a run by D. Johnson.
That was a heck of a run by D. Johnson. But I tell you what, credit Cody Jersick for getting out there. He got 2 blocks that cleared him to the edge, and then got on downfield and tried to get another one.
And quickly to the line of scrimmage, Karan Smith and Skyland Simmons to the right side. Smith is in the slot. Leyland Spencer to the far left in man coverage to the top of the field. Jenkins in motion. The give is to the back. Johnson coming right, puts his hand behind the offensive lineman's back, and then he speeds upfield for a few yards. He's going to get down to the 42, so a gain of 4.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tamario Pace and Pierce both out here on the edge getting good set blocks. D. Johnson coming out on fire.
And if you're listening to terrestrial radio on the classic 106.9 dial, then Ennis is moving left to right on that radio dial. And here again, you've got 2 receivers set to the left. Jenkins lines up as a tight end to the right side, fakes to the running back, throws out there. He's got Karan Smith, makes the catch. Look out, that's Smith to the 30, 25, dancing and jiving his way down to about the 22-yard line.
Great job right there by Keke Smith. I tell you, man, he is a jitterbug.
Ronnie, you can't cover the lines.
No.
Because Spencer and Simmons will run your coverage off,
exactly.
And you can't ISO anybody, a linebacker or even a DB on Karan Smith.
No, not with as much room as he has underneath to work.
Absolutely. 2 receivers, including Smith, to the right side. And it's the quarterback, Drake's going to hand off. Look out, Deke! Can he get to the corner? Touchdown, Lions!
You can put it on the board. Yes, indeed. That's D. Johnson. Cody Jersick out in front again. That touchdown brought to you by Stacy Fincher, Guild Mortgage.
22 yards by D. Johnson, Ronnie. And did you see the seal block on the left side? The spring D. Johnson, he didn't get touched until he got down by the goal line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. They are the offensive line. They've started off pretty strong so far.
1 minute into the game, and here's the extra point attempt by Aguilar. The kick is up. The kick is good with 11 minutes to play in the opening quarter. It's Ennis 7, North Forney 0. We'll be back following this Edward Jones and Jeff Irish timeout right after this.
Dogs Beverages and Convenience Store helps Ennis Lions fans stock up for the game with many different supplies and services. Kolache Depot inside Dogs serves up the best kolaches in Texas. Dogs has an ATM, check cashing service, drive-through, and check wash to get you cleaned up so you can show up to the game with a shine. Go through the car wash and get 10 cents a gallon discount on your fuel. Dogs is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Ennis Avenue west of I-45. Dogs Beverages and Convenience Store is a very proud support of Ennis and the Ennis Lions.
Ennis Glass LLC should be the first call for any residential or commercial glass project. Family owned and operated for 34 years, Ennis Glass is ready to install custom shower glass, replacement windows, mirrors, plexiglass, commercial aluminum systems, and much more. The Vasquez family stands ready to provide you with the top of the line service, workmanship, and satisfaction that Ennis Glass is known for.
Call Ennis Glass LLC at 972-878-9902.
Financing is available. Ennis Glass, proud supporters of the Ennis Lions.
Here's a squibbly kick down to the 25. Oh, what a shot! What a shot at the 36-yard line on the return.
I believe that's Braden Gardner.
Oh, my goodness, Ronnie.
Yes, sir.
Blew him up. Just a little squib kick down the middle of the field, picked up at the 22, and you want to talk about being rocked to the turf.
That's going to leave a mark.
At the 37.
Mercy.
Well, Ronnie, here we go. The first chance tonight. Of course, we saw him a year ago, the very fine quarterback, Jacob Acuna. Again, 5'11", 193 pounds. He goes with an empty back set. Two receivers to each side of the field. He's going to throw it out there. He's got a man. The ball's caught at the 44. See where they mark him. Yep, at the 44.
This is a simple little under dump.
So he'll pick up right at close to 7 yards on the play.
God, the offensive line is massive.
You got two guys that combined for 660 pounds. Faking on the jet sweep, and he's got a man on the slant route. Big gainer inside Ennis territory. Trying to get that guy's number on the catch. Just a quick hitter.
Number 10?
Down to the 35. If it's number 10, that's Tyler Tucker.
Boy, these numbers
These are very difficult to receive. They go the bunch set to the right, now send 3 men in motion back to the left.
Had a mass exodus.
Sure did. Now they're going to go ahead and overload, and here's going to be a little bubble screen pass, just a little pop pass to the slot receiver coming around, and he's going to get down to the Ennis 29-yard line.
A lot of motion in this offense. Changes and exchanges.
A lot of deception. They go trips to the left. Single back, and it's the give. I believe that's Collins.
Boom.
And he got hit pretty hard at about the 27-yard line.
Darius Stokes and J.W. Williams, Megatron.
It's going to bring up third down and right at 2 yards needed to pick up this first down. Trips again to the left. This time the quarterback's going to throw 3 steps. He's got a man down there. The ball's going to be slightly overthrown and out of the end zone, almost a touchdown. He had a couple of steps there, Ronnie.
Yeah, he did. I believe that was a blown coverage right there by the secondary from Ennis. They're talking about it.
This is pressure time for North Forney because they got to capitalize on this drive to answer the Ennis touchdown. Here's your 4th and 2, folks. And the give is going to be right up the middle, and he's going to get the first down as he just bulls his way inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line. And, again, I believe that's the 210-pound Collins.
First down brought to you by Jake Willingham, Keller Williams Realtor.
So North Forney is able to keep the drive alive. They're going to send one receiver out to the far right. That's Colin Shipley with the ball to the near hash marks. But, again, they give to the running back. Big gainer finds a nice crease to run through inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Eric Gonzalez on the tackle.
North Forney liking tempo right now at the line of scrimmage with 4 receivers set. Make it 5. Acuna in an empty back set. 3 receiver overload to the right, 2 to the left. Looks right, 3 steps, throws back to his left. He's got a man. The ball's caught, and he'll be tackled at about the 10-yard line.
Little bubble screen.
Yeah, a little bubble screen, and
Darius Stokes and Chapman.
That's going to get first and goal to go here now for North Forney. So after Ennis scored a drive that took just 1 minute, I believe we still got a scoring summary for you to give, Ron. You may have to do a double deuce if they get in the end zone here. Again, Acuna. Empty back set. Acuna's going to call his own number, and they were reading on Acuna that time and were able to stop him for a 1-yard gain to the 9.
Rooster Mark Graff coming down, cleaning that up.
Ronnie, pretty nice scoreboard Forney's got.
Man.
Yeah, of course, you know, the home of the Forney Jackrabbits and the North Forney Falcons. 4 receivers set, 2nd down and 9, clock moving, 7:53. Ennis on top, 7-0. But in the red zone is North Forney. Here's Acuna, and he's going to keep the football and keying on him again, which isn't a bad idea. Acuna's going to be able to amass some yardage to the 5-yard line.
Chapman, Stephon Townsend in on the tackle for the Lions.
3rd down. North Forney was unable to convert on his previous 3rd down, but they went for it on 4th down and were able to pick up the first down on a run play. Now you've got 3rd down. The ball's resting on the Ennis 5-yard line. Here's Acuna. Quarterback draw. Oh, he's hit hard. He escapes. Somehow he escapes, and he scores.
Wow.
Acuna got he got lit up.
It was. I believe it was Eric Gonzalez.
Wow, Acuna
just lost the handle on him.
Acuna goes at 5'11", 193 pounds, so he's not a small quarterback weight-wise necessarily.
Well, that's pretty much what we expected.
Yeah.
Got a little shootout going.
Already, folks. And here's the extra point attempt, and it looks good, and the kick is good, folks. 7:11 to play here in the first quarter. We're all tied up again. 7-7. We're going to take an Everett Jones and Jeff Ayers timeout. We'll be back with more of your First State Bank presentation of Ennis Line football right after this.
At Permaco Royalties, LLC, we buy oil royalties, gas royalties, and mineral rights. Our primary focus is the Permian Basin in West Texas, but we buy anywhere in the United States. Permaco Royalties, along with its principals, are committed to providing sellers with the smoothest closing process in the industry. In an effort to deliver to mineral and royalty owners, we offer competitive prices and promise to work quickly from start to finish. If you are interested in getting a free offer with no obligation to sell, please contact us at offer@permaco.com.
Dakota Utility Contractors is a Texas company that specializes in directional drilling services for utility, oil, and gas customers. They're known for their safety, great services, and excellent customer support and competitive prices. What started out as a two-man crew in 2000 has grown to over 100 employees in 18 years. They are currently accepting applications for Class A CDL and non-CDL drivers. Please stop by or call 972-875-6344 for an interview. Dakota is located at their brand new facility at 2501 South Oak Grove Road in Ennis, Texas.
Welcome back, everybody, to Citibank Stadium. Tim Samuels and Ronnie Greer. 7-7 our score. Ronnie, why don't you get in one of the scoring summaries if you can?
We'll do Ennis's Ennis State Bank scoring summary. Ennis took 1 minute to go 70 yards in 4 plays, and it was D. Johnson for the 22-yard touchdown. Aguilar's kick was good, and we'll get to that North Forney one after this action.
Another short kickoff by Ricky Cortez, and Ennis another fair catch. They started at the 28-yard line to give us to – look out. Is that Devion?
Beasley. Should be
That's
Beasley.
Oh, yeah. Beasley all the way down, rumbling and bumbling and stumbling inside the 30-yard line, tackled at about the 25.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if anybody yet running to the left has been touched on 3 run plays, Ronnie.
Let's see. How far was that? That was a long way, wasn't it? So how about first down to A1A Moving, Ennis Door and Trim, CNB Texas, and Dakota Utility Contractors. We get a lot of them in on that one.
Beasley, what a run. And just like that, back in territory, it's Beasley again. This time they're going to get a shoestring tackle, upending Beasley at the 25, so no gain on the play.
Ennis State Bank scoring summary, North Forney, 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go, 63 yards and 11 plays. And it was Acuna powering loose for the touchdown. Cortez kick was good, brings the score 7-7. Right here in the first quarter.
Simmons and Karan Smith split out to the right. Ball on the far hash mark, looking that way. He's going to go deep. He's going for Simmons. The ball's up in the end zone, and he's going to catch the ball out of bounds.
Offsides.
Okay, from Rick Nelson telling us down there on the field, there's a flag down, and there is one on the far side of the field close to the Ennis sideline.
Offside defense.
There you go. Rick Nelson on the money.
Earning his money.
Yes, he is, folks.
Of course, he does every week. I wonder if we're going to be able to talk to Bart Harrison.
We're not going to quit. We're going to keep trying. So that's going to set up second down and 5. Nose of the football resting at the Falcon 20-yard line with 6:26 to play in this opening quarter. 7-7 our score. Ennis scored first, took only 1 minute to punch in a touchdown. And now here comes Ennis again after North Forney answered to tie it up again. And it's Colin Drake calling his own number. Drake to the right side. He's hit at around the 18, and he's trying to just push the pile forward, and he will get to the 17. He needs the 15 for the first down, 3rd down and 2.
That's pretty good forward progress working there. The North Forney boys was able to stop it before he got to that line.
That big defensive end, Ronnie, he's set up as a right defensive end, which is where Ennis has attacked tonight on 3 exceptional running plays. So running right at him is sometimes what you talk about doing.
Exactly.
Karan Smith appears to be, I think, or maybe that's Leyland Spencer, the only receiver ISO to the left-hand side with Simmons to the right. And Colin Drake again is going to call his number. Drake to the 15.
Boom.
Drake to the 10.
Stop it.
5. Stop him. No. Touchdown.
Wham, bam. Bloopity blam. It was Colin Drake straight up the middle behind Clayton Jenkins. Jenkins come down the line and turned right up behind the center and just cleared it out for him.
And, Ronnie, you talked about this. You hit it on the bullseye in the pregame show. When you vacate the box and you don't commit 6 or 7 in there, and they backed out of it, and Colin Drake had the perfect play call.
You can't do it.
Peyton Chapman doing the holding here. There's a snap back to Chapman. The kick is up. The kick is good. That's Aguilar with a PAT, a new score, folks.
Touchdown brought to you by Stacy Fincher and Gil Martin.
With an eye. 5:38 to play. Ennis 14, North Forney 7. Back with more of your First State Bank presentation of Line Football on the Ranch right after this.
When it came to moving, I was stressed because that's the last thing I enjoy doing. That's when I called my friends over at A1A Movers in Ennis. One short call with a few details and the appointment was made. I depended on a professional and friendly staff with years of experience, and it was the best decision I've made in years. Moving is what they do every day, all day. It's not a side job, it is their job. One haul did it all. If you're moving local or anywhere in the U.S., give my friends A1A Movers a call. A1A moves businesses as well as homes. You can find them online at A1AMoving.com. A1A Movers, your move made easy.
What's up, Ennis Lions Nation? This is Jake Willingham, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty and proud supporter of Ennis ISD. I'd like to wish the Ennis football program all the best this season. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, please feel free to give me a call or send me a text at 972-740-6851. That's 972-740-6851. Or visit our website at soldlikeamug.com. Go Lions.
Welcome back, everybody. And on the ensuing kick, Alan Hernandez chose to kick it deep down to the 7-yard line. And this time, DeMarcus Kirk took the ball and acted as though he was going to do a reverse. He kept it. Ennis had a great closing tackle at the 13-yard line. And that's where North Forney's got it inside their own 15, right?
Ennis State Bank scoring summary, 1 minute, 33 seconds for Ennis to go 72 yards and 4 plays with Colin Drake straight up the gut for the 17-yard touchdown. Aguilar's kick good.
Here's a give to the running back. The ball I thought the ball came out, but they stack them up. There's about 5 lines there to converge on Collins. That was a big kick coverage situation for the Lions to cover that kick and didn't go for the fake reverse. And now if they can pin North Forney back here and get the ball back with great field position, it's 2nd down and about 8 after Collins picked up 2 on the short run play.
Ennis on top 14-7. 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Jacob Acuna in the gun with a back offset to his left. 2 receivers set with an H-back to the right. Acuna to throw 3 steps. Now he's going to tuck it and try to run.
Get him.
Acuna's going to be hit right there at the 15.
Boom, y'all.
Boy, you got to wrap up and bring some help to get this big fella down.
I'm telling you, man. Big Darius Stokes had a hold up. No, I'm sorry. That is number 98, Octavius Johnson, I believe. Nope, that is Lazarius Beck's big stank in the ball game.
Big 3rd down. Here comes the blitz. Acuna's going to have to step up. Acuna's in trouble. Acuna's going to go down. Tackled all the way back at the 8-yard line.
Beasley and Markgraf.
Yeah, boy, you saw Beasley coming with some heat on the outside there, and that's going to force North Forney to punt deep inside their end of the field.
Hey, sometimes you got to pin your ears back. And my buddy P. Willie is one of the best at it.
No doubt he is. Been doing it for a few years now.
39. Maybe 40. I might have lost one.
He doesn't look a day over 41.
Well, it's the cap.
Oh, there's a bobble snap in the end zone, and there's a safety.
Wait a minute.
The ball got loose, and they're saying touchdown. Ennis is saying touchdown.
Yeah.
It is!
You can put it on the board!
Who else, right?
Jarvion Megatron Williams on the touchdown, fumble recovery in the end zone.
Bobble snap, he picks it up, does the punter. He takes 2 steps to his left, and then he was hit, and the ball came out.
What was your premium? Wasn't that his name that did that one time? Something like that?
Gaylord Your Premium?
Yeah. something like that. Maybe Parmesan cheese. I don't know. But that touchdown brought to you by Stacy Fincher.
Wow, defensive scores. That time, 2 offensive touchdowns. Now the defense with a fumble punt in the end zone. And here's the kick by Aguilar. The kick is up and good. Ennis, 21. North Forney, 7. 3:43 to play. Still the first quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
The First State Bank of Rice, located in Ennis, Texas, is a member of the Rice Bank Shares Incorporated, with convenient locations in Ennis, Rice, Waxahachie, and Italy, Texas. They offer services of a modern financial institution, maintaining the integrity of a community bank with all decisions made locally. First State Bank's mission is to meet and exceed your local banking need by offering competitive loan and deposit rate, mobile banking, and internet banking. Contact First State Bank in Ennis at 972-878-4040. Member FDIC. Go Lions!
This Christmas, come light up your holidays in downtown Ennis. Enjoy carriage rides, a giant snow hill, and cookies with Mrs. Claus. Play the Elf Seek and Find game while Christmas shopping in our unique downtown shops. Stroll around taking in the beautiful Christmas decor and brand new rooftop lights. Follow us on Facebook at Ennis, Texas and Main Street City for more details on holiday festivities in Ennis. Happy holidays, y'all!
Back at Citibank Stadium, and here's Alan Hernandez's kick down to DeMarcus Kirk. He lets it hit the ground. He picks it up at the 4. He's at the 6. He's going to be hemmed and pinned again.
Yes, he
Inside the 10, tackled at the 8-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, that coverage is
flying.
Yeah, they are. My goodness.
DeMarcus Kirk, he muffed it, picked it up, and before he knew it, he was met with a bunch of whack dudes with a bad attitude coming down.
I'm telling you.
Wow, goodness gracious. So Ennis already getting some separation by way of that recovered fumble in the end zone as the punter was tackled. Probably been better off just taking the safety as here comes the sledgehammer Hammer Collins across the 10 out to the 12. He'll get about 4 yards on the play.
Well, Ennis defense is tightening it up.
Second down and about 6.
Take your pick of anybody in the box. Hubbard, Chapman.
3:15 to play in this opening quarter, and Ennis with a 14-point lead. And once again, would love to hold North Forney back here. Here's your little bubble screen, but this drops, so that's incomplete. Unable to make the catch is Colin Shipley to the near side of the field. So third down, Ronnie. And how big is this third down for North Forney?
It's huge. But I think Acuna might have been feeling a little pressure on that one. He kind of
hurried it over there, didn't he?
Yeah, he kind of hurried it.
So here's third down and 6 with 2 receivers to the left side. Acuna's looking that way. Acuna's in trouble. Acuna's going down.
Eric Gonzalez.
Speedy's
in there on it.
Also on the backside for the Ennis Lions was big old number 92 bowling in there, Michael Markgraf. So fourth down and just almost a replay of the previous possession. The punter's going to be about 5 yards deep in the end zone, Ronnie.
Could be a replay.
And I believe this is number 15 doing the punting, the wide receiver, Colin Shipley. The Gunners are out there, and he's going to punt it away with a rugby style, and it's going to one hop, and it's going to come to D. Johnson, who's just going to make a stutter step and get out of bounds. He'll get across to a 48-yard line. We'll keep it right here.
I'll tell you, there's a whole lot to be said for field position, Tim, especially in a game like this.
No doubt.
And this is great field position for Ennis, but I'm talking about pinning them back, those last two possessions like that. I mean, that you got to put that in the plus column and remember it for later.
And, Ronnie, let me correct myself because I said the 48. The line of scrimmage is the North Forney 42-yard line. So Ennis with outstanding field position for possession number 3 of the ballgame.
Good to have you back, man.
Man, it's good to be
back.
back.
I intended on saying that in the pregame.
Well, I appreciate listening to you and Steve Petty last week, and you guys did a great job, and it was a lot of fun just watching Ennis roll again.
Well, just know you were missed.
Man, appreciate that. 2 receivers left. Drake's going to keep the football, and he's not. He's going to fake me out, and he's going to hand off right there. And on the carry, was that D. Johnson? Yes, it was. And back to the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Big number 64. Doing some manhandling out there.
Second down and 10 with the clock ticking at 2:01, and now exactly 2 minutes. Two receivers split to the far left. The ball's on the near hash mark. And faking it to D. Johnson, going long, left sideline. He's got a man out there, and there's contact, but officials letting him play.
Yeah, they were kind of trading spars. So
intended for Leyland Spencer, but he had that good DB over there that we talked about earlier, Ronnie, when we were breaking down the personalities for this team, and that was DeMarcus Kirk.
He did a good job right there.
Sure did.
He was with Leyland the whole way, step for step. ATM never got any separation.
Now Leyland's coming to the slot, usually occupied by Karan Smith, and Smith to the outside. Clayton Jenkins set up as a tight end to the right.
That usually brings that skinny post.
Looks like it could be open. D. Johnson's to the left of Colin Drake. At 1:48 to play, there's a three-step drop. He's going to go. He's going deep again on the seam route.
There it is.
He's got a man open. Oh, caught and then dropped.
I think it was actually knocked out of his hands.
Yeah, number 6 on the coverage.
We got flagged.
Jeremy Bailey on the coverage. Pretty nice coverage. And if, in fact, he got his hand in there, that was very good coverage.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on one of them.
After the play,
not sure.
Fair ball, sportsmanlike conduct, defense.
No, it's going against the Falcons.
Yeah, he kind of taunted him there at the goal line.
So that's an automatic first down, and North Forney already in trouble, trailing in this one with 1:42 in the opening quarter, no less, 21-7. And this 15-yard infraction against the Falcons is going to put the football somewhere around.
Wait a minute! Now they're calling another one on us. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, well, we're going to sort this out. So are we calling offsetting penalties
here?
Well,
no, it was correction. I thought
they
that
pointed in the wrong direction was what Rick is telling us.
Okay.
So.
Well, Leyland walked back out here to the.
Coach Harrell's over there wanting an explanation as he stepped onto the play and
I thought that they called it, and then an Ennis player walked into the secondary there to have a word or two with someone, and they threw another flag. That's what it looked like. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage is the 42-yard line.
Right.
So it is first down and 10 as they reset the chains and the down marker. First and 10 with 1:42 to play in this first quarter. Ennis has looked extremely sharp here offensively. And they'll send two receivers left, Spencer and Smith. Simmons not in the ball game on this play. D. Johnson in the backfield with Drake. Drake's going to keep the football. Drake's up the middle, but North Forney's right there to meet him at the 42-yard line, so no gain on the play. Colin Drake, that was just well defended. Ronnie, if I'm not mistaken, making the tackle right there was Akanimo Asakwa.
Man, you do that so well. I'm going to let you do it all night.
The big linebacker comes up and stuffs the run game of Colin Drake, and he may be spying on Colin a little bit tonight. There's two receivers to the left, and D. Johnson still your setback. Fakes and looks left, still looking, going to go long. He's got a man out there. The ball's going to be slightly overthrown at the 2-yard line, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, though, every receiver over there has had a step except that one route.
Third down.
So a lot of going down the field with vertical routes, Ronnie. You got to wonder now, when is it time for Karan Smith or Leyland to do something underneath with some crossing action?
You know that's going to happen. Or Nemo, they like to get Nemo out here and bring him inside on that little screen.
I wish we could talk to Bart because I'd like to know why he's not in there. Colin Drake's in trouble. Now he's going to get outside the pocket. He's going to throw, and he's got a man. Oh, what a play defensively. Leyland Spencer was fixing to make that catch, but knocked away by Jeremy Bailey.
Yeah.
That was an outstanding defensive play, swatting the ball out of the hands of Leyland Spencer. Penalty flag is going to be declined, and I don't know that you do that, Ronnie. Does Ennis keep their offense on the field here?
fourth?
Nope. It looks like here comes the punt team because we know Colin Drake stays in the game anyway as the punter.
And he is, of course, the quarterback.
Yeah, there's Simmons. He's back on the field now. So
all kinds of opportunities when your quarterback is the punter.
You got it. 53 seconds, so North Forney stops the Lions offense for the first time in this first quarter. Trying to get a number on who's back deep at the 11-yard line for the Falcons.
Number 15.
If it is, that would be Colin Shipley. Line of scrimmage to 42, and here's the punt from Drake. He's going to hit a bouncer at the 20. It's going to take another bounce at the 12, inside the 10. Takes a nice Ennis roll. Looky here.
And there you go.
4-yard line. Just in time for an Edward Jones and Jeff Irish timeout. Back with more of your First State Bank presentation of Ennis Lions football right after this.
Established in 2000, Hayden Electric Incorporated offers quality work at an affordable cost. Specializing in fuel and convenience stations, restaurants, pole lighting, and major retail facilities. Hayden Electric has all company personnel and no contract labor. Hayden Electric Incorporated at 1810 South Kaufman in Ennis, or call 214-384-5664. Proud sponsors of Ennis High School sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Acuna on first down with the Falcons pinned at the 4-yard line. He calls his own number, and he'll get out to about the 10.5. So a gain of 6 yards for Acuna and the Falcons offense, 2nd down and 4. One might think, Ronnie, is this the final play of the first quarter?
Looks like it.
It is as the clock ticks down to 10, but both teams go into the respective sidelines. End of one, folks, from Citibank Stadium for the district championship in 8-5A Division II. It's Ennis 21, North Forney 7. We'll be back with more of the First State Bank presentation of Ennis Lions football on 106.9 The Ranch right after these messages.
Ennis Lions fans rejoice. Frank Kent Chevy Dodge Jeep Ram is revving up our engines and gearing up to cheer on our favorite football team as they mow down the competition this 2019 football season. No fumbles here. Frank Kent has you covered from tailgates to tires, Lion-themed wraps to off-road accessories. We'll make sure you make it to each game in style and on time. Check us out online at frankkentennis.com or come down to Ennis Avenue and I-45. Frank Kent, community-driven and locally different since 1935. Dogs Beverages and Convenience Store helps Ennis Lions fans stock up for the game with many different supplies and services. Kolache Depot inside Dogs serves up the best kolaches in Texas. Dogs has an ATM, check cashing service, drive-through, and check wash to get you cleaned up so you can show up to the game with a shine. Go through the car wash and get 10 cents a gallon discount on your fuel. Dogs is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Ennis Avenue west of I-45. Dogs Beverages and Convenience Store is a very proud support of Ennis and the Ennis Lions.
Looking to qualify for a home loan? Go see Stacy Fincher at Guild Mortgage in Ennis. Guild Mortgage has helped families finance for over 50 years. Guild has low down payment options including USDA, VA, FHA, and many others. Visit StacyFincher.com. That's Stacy with an I. Go see Stacy at 101 Northwest Main Street in Ennis or call 469-337-4916. Guild Mortgage, own what matters. Go Lions.
Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender company, NMLS 3274, Stacey Fincher, NMLS 469883. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice.
Wow, welcome back everybody to Citibank Stadium. And on third down, Ty Collins with about 2 yards, and then check it on second down, and now third down comes up still about a half a yard short.
Yardage to the 13-yard line. 4th down 1.
Offense is on the field. You know Acuna's going to call his own number here. Are they trying to draw the lines off sides?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Play clock is down to 15 seconds, and now a timeout on the field.
They're going to kick it.
Yeah, timeout on the field taken by the Falcons. They want to talk about this on the sideline. And with that timeout, we'll take one, too. Brought to you by Edward Jones and Jeff Irish. Back with more Lions football in 60 seconds.
Kozlowski Collision Repair is run by a family that will treat your vehicle like their own. Located in Ennis, they provide professional and affordable collision repair that you can depend on. Dent removal, auto body work, and collision repair. You name it, and they'll take care of it. Contact Kozlowski Collision Repair today at 972-875-3900 for all of your collision repair needs. Kozlowski Collision Repair, a proud sponsor of the Ennis Lions.
The First State Bank of Rice, located in Ennis, Texas, is a member of the Rice Bank Shares Incorporated, with convenient locations in Ennis, Rice, Waxahachie, and Italy, Texas. They offer services of a modern financial institution, maintaining the integrity of a community bank with all decisions made locally. First State Bank's mission is to meet and exceed your local banking need by offering competitive loan and deposit rate, mobile banking, and internet banking. Contact First State Bank in Ennis at 972-878-4040. Member FDIC. Go Lions!
Well, after we came out of that Edward Jones and Jeff Irish timeout, Coach Jackson elected to send back on the field his punting team, and just when they're getting ready to snap the football to the punter, Ronnie, the Falcons' offensive line moved, and so this will back the Falcons up 5 more yards.
Well, they're having a powwow out there at about the 6-yard line. I don't understand why they're allowing the North Forney team to join in.
I wonder if the conversation has to do with the number of people on the line of scrimmage.
Yes, possibly.
See if they pick this flag up. The longer they have a conversation about it, you got to think more doubt for the officials. So now the line judge is going to come over and talk to Coach Jackson, who's standing on the field about 5 yards into the playing field at the 9-yard line.
Coach Harrell wants some of this action. he wants to have a word too.
Yeah, folks, we're still trying to sort this out here. Both coaches doing their best, politicking.
Yeah, it's 5 yards on them any way you look at it.
There you go, 5 yards. And this hurts North Forney. They've already had trouble with a botched fumble in the end zone recovered by Jarvion Williams that led to the third touchdown for the Lions, and now kicking again for the third time tonight, 5 yards deep in their end zone. And now there's another flag, and is that going to be on Ennis?
I think he's going to try to call it on Ennis, I think.
Well, if this is against North Forney, this will back them up.
Saying they caused them to jump. When our kids shifted, they jumped.
Half the distance to the goal. So again, North Forney with a self-inflicted wound there.
I believe the back judge wanted to call it on Ennis, and the side judge came in and straightened it out.
Well, this puts the football, Ronnie, at the 4-yard line. Now you're 9 yards deep in the end zone. D. Johnson, the punt return specialist, is right now camped out at the Falcon 40-yard line, folks. This is a great opportunity for Ennis here. Don't rough the kicker, and that's what they just did.
That's what they did.
Yeah, picked up by D. Johnson at the 35, folks, but this is coming back. He's down to the 15, hit out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. That's going to come back as Jarvion. I'm not sure if Beasley or Jarvion got to him first, but he was hammered pretty good back there.
Yeah, he was. As a matter of fact, he's kind of a little gimpy coming off there.
Ronnie, I think they kind of gave him the business, as we used to say
they give him the business in there. Cornbread ain't done all the way through.
Well, North Forney, Ronnie, needed that because they were looking at going down another score.
Exactly.
So they needed the biggest break that they could get, and they got it with roughing the punter, and that'll move the football out. I think Rick said they're going to spot it at about the 19-yard line, so we'll check that whenever they get the sticks over there.
Second quarter shout-outs coming. Brought to you by Doc's Beverage and Kolache Depot.
10:49 to play in this second quarter with Ennis on top 21-7. And here is the Falcons at the 19-yard line. First down and 10. This is an offense that averages 47 points a game, and North Forney a little bit discombobulated. They're going to take a timeout. We'll take one with them. Brought to you by Edward Jones and Jeff Irish. We'll be back with more Lions football in 60 seconds.
Ennis Glass LLC should be the first call for any residential or commercial glass project. Family owned and operated for 34 years, Ennis Glass is ready to install custom shower glass, replacement windows, mirrors, plexiglass, commercial aluminum systems, and much more. The Vasquez family stands ready to provide you with the top-of-the-line service, workmanship, and satisfaction that Ennis Glass is known for.
Call Ennis Glass LLC at 972-878-9902.
Financing is available. Ennis Glass, proud supporters of the Ennis Lions.
Blackland Building Supply is the only name in Ellis County to remember when it comes to home building and home improvement. The staff at Blackland have many years in the home building business, and they bring that experience in for your advantage. They know what it means to have the products you need, when you need them, and at the price that is comparable to the major chains. Blackland's 16,000 square foot showroom and 5 acres of lumber are located at 1701 South Kaufman in Ennis. Blackland Building Supply proudly supports the Ennis Lions.
Kuna with an incomplete pass on first down. He's going to throw again on second down. The ball's caught. And breaks pass. Look out. Down the sidelines. 40 to 50. One man to beat. Here comes coverage. Finally run out of bounds. Somewhere around the 20-yard line. We'll get the official spot here momentarily. Ronnie, it looked as though that ball coming out of Acuna's hands was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
It looked like it.
Found the open arms of the receiver. I believe if that was number 15, that was Shipley.
Yeah, Shipley just made a great move and kind of got out of the grasp of the defender there about the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
down the sideline.
They said he stepped out of bounds upfield a little bit, so now they're going to mark it at the 36-yard line. 45 yards on that pitch and catch from Acuna to Shipley. Here comes North Forney with this high-scoring offense, averages 47 points a game. Acuna, he's going to keep the football. He's up the field, tackled right around the 30-yard line. He'll get 6 on the play, second down and 4.
Chapman on the tackle over there on the right side. Little assistance from Gonzalez.
10 minutes and 13 seconds. Clock moving here in this second quarter. Ronnie, I know you want to get some more shout-outs after this play. 2 receivers to the right now. A third goes in motion to the right side. Acuna's going to look that way. He's going to make a throw over there. The ball's going to be incomplete. There were 2 Ennis Lions running side by side. The intended receiver, but the ball was slightly overthrown.
Townsend and Beasley. Beasley almost had a chance at grabbing that one. Shout out to Cody, Wade, Joseph, Chad, working out at moving some freight tonight out there and back there in Ennis, Texas.
Third down and 4. North Forney needs to reach the Lions' 26-yard line. They'll go trips. Set to the right with 2 receivers left in this empty back set for Acuna. 3-step drop. Now he's going to take the run. And Peyton Chapman. Oh, my goodness. Peyton Chapman with, if this was wrestling, we call that a power drive move right there.
I mean to tell you, Big Stank Bex was in on it too, man. He got him a deep piece of that.
And Ronnie, the loss was all the way back to the 36-yard line, and that makes it 4th and 9, and you've got to bring on your punter. And Shipley's out there, so they'll be looking to pin the Lions deep inside their own end of the field, and maybe they can at least get some momentum from turning the field over.
Shout out to Wes and Cade Poole listening out in Bristol, Texas. And my good friend Bernalda Black listening out in Cali, out on the West Coast.
There's the rugby-style kick, and they'll get inside the 20. Let's see what the boundary official's going to do, and let's see where they're going to mark that. Looks like they're going to put it at the 8-yard line, and that's where Ennis. So North Forney with a little bit of turnabout is fair play.
If they can ever get him a ball over there, he'll place it. Fisher couldn't hold on to it. Shout out to Jose Alvarez, Guadalupe Espinoza. Jose Guadalupe Espinoza Alvarez, my good padno. Shout out to Richard Anglin, a former Ennis quarterback at one time in his day. Shout out to Steph G listening down there in Kingwood, and my good friend Nancy Pruitt. Shout out to Jack St. Clair. Says he listens to us all the time. We sure appreciate you, Jack.
Drake in the gun with back to his left, and it's going to be a give. It looks like this Devion Beasley, I believe. And he's trying the right side of that Ennis offensive line, and he's actually going to be stood up and dropped for a loss of a yard. That'll move it back to about the 7.5-yard line. 8:56 to play. Clock moving here in the second quarter. Skyland Simmons and Karan Smith will be receivers to the far side of the field. Ball's on the far hash mark. Ennis moving right to left. Leyland Spencer one-on-one down here. Watch this. This could get interesting. Jenkins in motion. He'll line up on the right side. And here's a fumble in the backfield, and the Lions are going to lose a couple more yards.
Yeah, that was just a kind of little bobble snap.
And setting up third down, and let's see, the line of scrimmage is now the 4-yard line. So it's 4th and a bunch, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Or check that, third a bunch. My mistake there. Third down, and Colin Drake's in the gun. Drake's going to look to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got a few yards to get outside the 5. He'll get to about the 8-yard line. So credit the Falcon defense for doing their thing right there. Got a big stop, because now they're going to get good field position and could potentially start on side of the Ennis Lions.
Shout out to Ron Lane, listening up in Missouri. Thank you for your service, sir. Shout out to Lawrence Dunk Grimes, my good buddy. He's listening up there in Duncanville. Shout out to Mike Ray, good childhood friend of mine. You talk about traveling the backwoods. Me and that boy used to do it. Shout out to Steve Boone.
And here's Drake's punt away. Oh, he got a great one.
That's
across the 50,
right,
and now Colin Shipley's just going to have to watch it bounce and roll. It'll come to a stop at the 41-yard line. Get a yards on that kick. How much was that, Rick? 51 yards. And just when North Forney thought they were going to flip the field, Colin Drake gets a booming kick. Again, that wind's been blowing and howling out of the south all day today.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Coach Joe Costia, listening over in Weatherford. Shout out to Bill and Emmadine Woody.
Acuna and Ty Collins in the backfield. The give is going to be, no, he fakes it to Collins. He's going to throw out there. Oh, tipped.
Brewster Markground.
I'm going to tell you what, Ronnie, it's a good thing right there.
He had it set up, didn't he?
Well, I tell you what, there was also a couple of lines there that I thought might have got an interception right there.
That's true enough. On that underneath, it could have been. Shout out to Luann Jenkins Godfrey, listening out in Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah, look at this.
What in the world?
They are going full-blown to the left, but they're going to come back to the right, and the quarterback threw it too far inside, intended for DeMarcus Kirk, and D. Johnson with picture-perfect coverage on that play. And that's going to bring up third down and 10 for North Forney.
Shout out to all of our first responders and law enforcement members of the law enforcement community, especially our Ennis ISD Police Department.
Cooner to throw on third down, and he's got a man open on the far sideline, just a comeback route at the 47. Turned the defense's head away from the ball, and he was wide open. He gets the catch and the first down, and inside in his territory at the line of scrimmage being the 46.
And they're moving.
At the line of scrimmage they are, with two receivers to the right, H-back to the left to give us to Collins. He's going to kind of plant his foot, stick it in the ground, and get upfield for a couple of yards to the 44-yard line.
That last first down brought to you by Ruston Cattle Company, Barbecue and Steakhouse.
They move it out to the 43, so a gain of 3 officially on the play. Second down and 7. Twin receivers to the right. Acuna's going to give to Collins again. He's trying the middle of that defense. He breaks a couple of tackles. Townsend put his head down. And then here comes a couple of friends in the white jerseys to help wrestle down the big fella, Ty Collins.
That first down brought to you by Ronnie Cromwell, Shelley Smiley York, City Real Estate.
New set of downs for North Forney, just picking up their 6th first down of the ballgame. At the Ennis 36, here's Acuna. He's taking a 3-step drop. He's going to throw upfield, straight down the field. Oh, almost intercepted. The safety coming across. Yep, Stephon Townsend. D. Johnson had good coverage on the receiver as well, which I believe that was the big receiver, Cam Allen, that we talked about, 6'4", 222 pounds. Incomplete, second down. Time remaining second quarter, 5 minutes and 58 seconds. Here's Acuna, gives to Collins going left. And a pretty good job by the Ennis defense, the linebacker and the defensive backs coming up.
Flag down.
Line of scrimmage down to the 31-yard line.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, sorting this out here. Flag sitting on the ground at the 34-yard line. The officials are talking about it. 21-7 our score if you're just now tuning in. It is holding, against Ennis on a run play. So that's going to give North Forney their 7th first down of the ball game, who trail by 14, and it will be North Forney getting the football to open the second half. So with this penalty stepped off against the Lions, it's going to move the football down to the 21-yard line. They're going to go with a bunch set again, 4 receivers to the far side of the field, 1 receiver to the near side. Watch Acuna. Here's going to be the little bubble screen, setting it up for a pass. They come back to, who is that? Is that Acuna? Yes, it is, to the 15, 10, and he's inside the 9-yard line. Just a bubble screen reverse pass back to Acuna, and he gets down to the 9-yard line. First and goal to go for North Forney. Ronnie, I remember that from a year ago. The Falcons like to get a little trickery involved.
They do, and they have this year also. I'm surprised it took that long for them to pull it out. Number 66 on that tackle was Rodrigo Molina. Came in roughly.
So North Forney taking as much time as we've seen them tonight between plays, I guess maybe to give Acuna a breather. 5:17. They may do something here. Play clock's down to, they called a timeout, which I believe is their 3rd and final timeout. We'll check that here, but a timeout on the field. Our score, Ennis 21, North Forney 7, but the Falcons are on the move. We'll have that for you when we come back to Citibank Stadium right after this.
When making the biggest decision of your life, such as buying or selling your home, it's obvious you want a professional who cares about you and your goals at the helm of your journey. At City Real Estate, Ronnie Cromwell and Shelley Smiley York aim to go above and beyond all expectations as your realtor. Family comes first, so you better believe clients become family. For more information, contact Ronnie Cromwell at 972-268-3665 or Shelley Smiley York at 469-245-5274.
If you place your hard-earned money into a bank, you should demand more in return than checking, savings, and loans. You deserve a bank that makes a difference in your life. Citizens National Bank of Texas does. Take education, for an example. CNB has awarded more than 624-year scholarships to Ellis County seniors since 1952. It has supported many Ennis ISD teacher, student, and Lion athletic programs. If you want a bank that gives back to your community, then you belong here at Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC.
Oh, my goodness, while we were away, folks, one play, Acuna to the end zone, intercepted.
D. Beasley.
Yeah, D. Beasley with the pick in the end zone to thwart that touchdown drive for North Forney, and he returned it out to the 20-yard line. How about that defense stepping up big?
That was great. I tell you what, ODB, he was just kind of sitting in that little soft zone just waiting, and sure enough, picked it off.
Well, no disrespect to Acuna tonight, Ronnie, but there's been about 3 balls already where if it wasn't tipped at the line of scrimmage, there's a would-be defensive back ready to pick off a ball. There's been a few of them there that they've been able to read his coverage. So here we go. Ennis is able to stop that touchdown drive from North Forney, who was trying to cut it to a 1-score game, but with 5:06 remaining in the second quarter, it's now the Ennis offense back on the field. Hey, Ronnie, I got a shout-out here.
Right on.
Longtime Ennis line and listener, T.J. Prachel, he's letting me know that he and Stacy and Reagan are watching and listening, so I appreciate you, T.J. Take care, brother, and tell everybody we said hello there from 106.9 The Ranch.
Thanks for listening, T.J. I see you at Walmart. Shout out to Cody, Chad, C.J., my sweet little Maddie, and my sweet little Riley.
Oh, yeah. Wow, how big was that, Ronnie? Because North Forney's thinking, hey, we got momentum. We got the ball. We're going into the end zone. Ennis hadn't stopped us on this drive, and we get the ball to start the third quarter.
Well, you think that, they're thinking they're fixing to stick it in the zone, man.
And then D. Beasley. Says, not so fast, my friends. He picks it off and gets the ball out to the 20-yard line, and here comes this Ennis offense on the field. The Lions will go with a stacked set over here to the near side of the field toward the North Forney sideline. D. Johnson in the backfield. Fakes to Johnson. Looking to throw is Drake. Well covered down there. Now he's going to heave it deep down the field for Leyland Spencer. And I'm going to tell you what, Ronnie, North Forney had excellent coverage on Karan Smith going across the field and Leyland Spencer to the sideline. And that was number 6 right there on Spencer. Jeremy Bailey, we've called his name a couple times tonight.
I think that's I think that's a setup right there. See if we don't see something come underneath that a little later.
And I'm waiting for Clayton Jenkins to pull what he's always pulled. He's going to make a catch or two tonight. It's going to be underneath that coverage. So here we go. And this time to give to D. Johnson. And good job by the Falcon defense stringing that along the line of scrimmage and making the tackle, perhaps even for a loss, yes, to the 19. So a loss of 1. So 3rd and 11 now for the Lions.
That's 3 attempts already over here on that left side. And no completions.
So here's your 3rd and 11. 4:26, clock moving here. Drake fakes. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw the outside route. The ball's caught by Karan Smith. What a move to the 25. Karan Smith. Oh, my goodness. Ronnie, look how close he is. They're going to give him the first down.
They got Velcro shoes.
Did you see where he stuck his foot in the ground?
Yeah, man, I see.
Around the numbers and then hit the sideline like a jet.
I'll tell you who else saw it, and that was the assistant coach right there that kind of held his hands up like, what?
But the last 3 yards was all Karan Smith.
Absolutely.
Physically dominating those tacklers. And got across the 30 to the 31. Go ahead, Ronnie.
First down brought to you by Frank Kent Chevy Dodge Jeep Ram.
That was only Ennis's 6th first down of this ball game. The Lions have run for 116 yards tonight and only 32 passing yards. Here's a give to D. Johnson. Big hole across the 35-40. He's going to go ahead and try to bowl over the tackler, and he's going to pick up yardage out across the 45, mark him down at the 47-yard line.
Big strong over here on the left side, getting a good block out front, busting him, breaking him to the second level.
Looks like Jacoby Collins is checked in over here as a tight end. Have to check that number. D. Johnson's going to get the football again. He's going to bounce it out to the right side with a stiff arm. Drop down around the 50, so a short gain of a couple, maybe 3 yards on the play. Looked like it might go bigger than that, but after the stiff arm, he was able to drag him down by the ankles.
To Mario Pace and Bacon Pierce over on that right side, clearing it out.
Second down at about 7. Line of scrimmage is right at the 50-yard line. 2:55 to play in the second quarter. 21-7 our score. Ennis would love nothing more than to put more points on the board. D. Johnson's in the backfield with Drake. 2 receivers and Karan Smith and Spencer to the left. We've not seen much of Skylam Simmons here in this. Look at some separation there from Spencer, but unable to make the catch at the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Boy, you want to talk about some great matchups going on with Leyland Spencer. And I believe that time was it DeMarcus Kirk?
I believe you're right.
Incomplete. And we've seen a lot of vertical routes, Ronnie, from Colin Drake tonight.
11.
Number 11 for, that is Antorius Hambrick. Another one of those fine defensive backs for North Forney. So here's a big play right now, 3rd down. And here's the bubble pass to Leyland Spencer, and played to perfection. Dropped in the backfield, back to almost the original line of scrimmage, but to mark him at the 48 is going to bring up 4th down, and on will come the punt team for the Ennis Lions.
Is that Acuna in there? Acuna's in there playing. They've got 2 6s.
Well, Acuna is number 3.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Wake up, Ronnie.
And that should be, it is. Colin Shipley is going to retreat back to his own 20-yard line. Colin Drake with a 51-yard punt. Was that the second punt all season? A while ago for Colin Drake?
Oh, no. Maybe 3rd.
Maybe 3rd, okay. Here's a knuckleball. It's going to bounce to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Can the Lions down it? They do! What a play by the kick coverage team as the Gunners got down the field. and they knocked the ball out from going into the end zone to the 2-yard line.
And I believe that was 11, if I'm not mistaken. Turn and let me get a look at him.
Talking about Jacoby Starling?
Yeah, that was him.
And guess what? He followed up his 51-yard punt, Ronnie, with a punt of 50 down to the 2-yard line. So with 1:41 to play, North Forney out of timeouts. Ennis still has 2. So if they can get some behind the chains right here, look for Coach Harrell. There's a handoff. Ty Collins right up the middle, but he's going to get a nice little gainer across the 7-8, to the 8-yard line. So a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. North Forney out of timeouts, having to go 98 yards.
Putting their foot on the gas.
And here's another give to Collins, and he's going to be stopped short. In fact, that was just strung out nicely by 3, maybe 4 lines on the right side to the 10-yard line.
Stokes with initial contact, and then Chapman comes in and cleans it up.
It's 3rd down and 2. Now, Coach Harrell's still letting the clock run. It's down to 1 minute exactly. Acuna barking out the signals. Now he's going to take more time off the clock. He's got 21 on the play clock, and he may just want to milk this a little bit so they have to give the ball back to Ennis. There won't be much time left.
Playing keep away.
Down to 7 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap. There's the give. Collins is going to be hit, and I believe he's going to get enough yards for the 1st down. We'll see where they spot this. It's right at the distance needed, and they do. So this will stop the clock while they reset the chains. North Forney picking up their 8th first down of this first half. Clock stopped momentarily with 34 seconds to go.
That first down brought to you by Lone Star Railroad Contractors. Proud to back the lines, Josh Newman and the entire Newman family.
22, now the clock's been resumed again. We're under 20, 17, 16. Acuna in no hurry. So playing it safe. The handoff is to Collins. He'll get out across the 15, padding some stats right here to the 17-yard line. Going to pick up right at about 4 yards, and that's going to be it, folks. Clock's at 0-0-0. We're through the first half here on Championship Thursday night between the Ennis Lions and the North Forney Falcons. The score at the half is Ennis 21, North Forney 7. Stick around. We've got the Doc's Beverage. Check that. The Blackland Building Supply halftime show coming up.
Blackland Building Supply.
When we come back right after this.
Blackland Building Supply is the only name in Ellis County to remember when it comes to home building and home improvement. The staff at Blackland have many years in the home building business, and they bring that experience in for your advantage. They know what it means to have the products you need, when you need them, and at the price that is comparable to the major chains. Blackland's 16,000 square foot showroom and 5 acres of lumber are located at 1701 South Kaufman in Ennis. Blackland Building Supply proudly supports the Ennis Lions.
This Christmas, come light up your holidays in downtown Ennis. Enjoy carriage rides, a giant snow hill, and cookies with Mrs. Claus. Play the Elf Seek and Find game while Christmas shopping in our unique downtown shops. Stroll around taking in the beautiful Christmas decor and brand new rooftop lights. Follow us on Facebook at Ennis, Texas and Main Street City for more details on holiday festivities in Ennis. Happy holidays, y'all!
Hi, I'm Jeff Irish, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, Jeff Irish with Edward Jones, am a proud sponsor of Ennis Lions football on 106.9 The Ranch. Call 972-875-4706 or stop by my office at 1905 West Ennis Avenue, Suite 401 for a face-to-face appointment. Making sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Doc's Beverages and Convenience Store helps Ennis Lions fans stock up for the game with many different supplies and services. Kolache Depot inside Doc's serves up the best kolaches in Texas. Doc's has an ATM, check cashing service, drive-through, and check wash to get you cleaned up so you can show up to the game with a shine. Go through the car wash and get 10 cents a gallon discount on your fuel. Doc's is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Ennis Avenue west of I-45. Doc's Beverages and Convenience Store is a very proud support of Ennis and the Ennis Lions.
Permaco Royalties, LLC. We buy oil royalties, gas royalties, and mineral rights. Our primary focus is the Permian Basin in West Texas, but we buy anywhere in the United States. Permaco Royalties, along with its principals, are committed to providing sellers with the smoothest closing process in the industry. In an effort to deliver to mineral and royalty owners, we offer competitive prices and promise to work quickly from start to finish. If you're interested in getting a free offer with no obligation to sell, please contact us at offer@permaco.com.
When it came to moving, I was stressed because that's the last thing I enjoy doing. That's when I called my friends over at A1A Movers in Ennis. One short call with a few details and the appointment was made. I depended on the professional and friendly staff with years of experience, and it was the best decision I've made in years. Moving is what they do every day, all day. It's not a side job, it is their job. One haul did it all. If you're moving local or anywhere in the U.S., give my friends A1A Movers a call. A1A moves businesses as well as homes. You can find them online at a1amoving.com. A1A Movers, your move made easy.
The First State Bank of Rice, located in Ennis, Texas, is a member of the Rice Bank Shares Incorporated, with convenient locations in Ennis, Rice, Waxahachie, and Italy, Texas. They offer services of a modern financial institution, maintaining the integrity of a community bank with all decisions made locally. First State Bank's mission is to meet and exceed your local banking need by offering competitive loan and deposit rate, mobile banking, and internet banking. Contact First State Bank in Ennis at 972-878-4040. Member FDIC. Go Lions!
Ennis Glass LLC should be the first call for any residential or commercial glass project. Family owned and operated for 34 years, Ennis Glass is ready to install custom shower glass, replacement windows, mirrors, plexiglass, commercial aluminum systems, and much more. The Vasquez family stands ready to provide you with the top-of-the-line service, workmanship, and satisfaction that Ennis Glass is known for.
Call Ennis Glass LLC at 972-878-9902.
Financing is available. Ennis Glass, proud supporters of the Ennis line.
If you place your hard-earned money into a bank, you should demand more in return than checking, savings, and loans. You deserve a bank that makes a difference in your life. Citizens National Bank of Texas does. Take education, for example. CNB has awarded more than 624 4-year scholarships to Ellis County seniors since 1952. It has supported many Ennis ISD teacher, student, and Lion athletic programs. If you want a bank that gives back to your community, then you belong here at Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC.
Established in 2000, Hayden Electric Incorporated offers quality work at an affordable cost, specializing in fuel and convenience stations, restaurants, pole lighting, and major retail facilities. Hayden Electric has all company personnel and no contract labor. Hayden Electric Incorporated at 1810 South Kaufman in Ennis, or call 214-384-5664. Proud sponsors of Ennis High School sports.
Halftime from Citibank Stadium in Forney, Texas. Ennis 21, North Forney 7 in the district championship showdown game of undefeated teams tonight. I'm Tim Samuels along with Ronnie Greer. Welcome back, everybody. It is the Blackland Building Supply halftime show, Ronnie. And first half, pretty good ball game out there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it went pretty much like we anticipated. These boys, they can play ball over here in Forney. I'll tell you right now.
A little bit better defense in North Forney than I was thinking, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, well, especially there in the latter part of the second quarter, they've kind of shored up and what have you. But got a lot of skill on both sides of the ball on both of these ball clubs, and it's showing.
I just haven't seen any DBs be able to run with Ennis's receivers like this group right here as a collective unit. Not bad.
Exactly. But I tell you what, it looks like they're going to have to do it all night because the sheriff is certainly taking his shots.
He's not going to slow down, is he?
No, he's not. I don't think so.
I think you got some stats over there to kind of give the tell of the tape of this whole thing.
Sure do. Your halftime score, Ennis 21, North Forney 7. First downs, Forney has 8, Ennis has 7. Total yards of offense, the Lions are at 165 and the Falcons at 154. Net passing, Ennis has 30 yards to North Forney's 102. Rushing, Ennis has ran the ball 15 times for 135 yards, and Forney is 24 carries for 52. Ennis has fumbled once and lost none. North Forney fumbled once and lost one. Sacks, Ennis has 3 sacks for a negative 19 yards. North Forney has yet to reach the quarterback. Penalties, Ennis has been flagged 3 times for 45 and Forney 4 for 30. Third down conversions, Ennis is 2 of 5. North Forney is 3 of 8. Average drive start, the Lions is their 29-yard line, and North Forney their 17. Time of possession, Ennis has had the ball 9 minutes and 51 seconds, and I believe North Forney's had it 14 and 9. And let's see, I believe, where was that stat at? Yeah, offensive plays. North Forney's had 38 total offensive plays, and Ennis just 23. The superlatives for Ennis, Colin Drake is 3 of 8 for 30 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. DeIvan Johnson is seven carries rushing for 68 yards and a touchdown. Colin Drake has 5 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. And Devion Beasley has 3 carries for 46 yards. Karan Smith has 2 catches for 32 yards. On the home side here, Jacob Acuna has 6 completions of 14 attempts for 102 yards, 1 interception. Rushing, Ty Collins has 13 carries for 46 yards. Jacob Acuna has 9 carries for 4 yards and 1 touchdown. Brandon Murphy has 1 carry for 9. Receiving, Tyler Tucker has 2 carries for 34 yards. Colin Shipley has 2 for 19 yards, and Christian Archita, I believe is how he said it. Right. Archita is how he said he pronounced that name, and he has 1 catch for 45 yards.
Not bad.
That let's see, who's that stat breakdown brought to you by tonight? That would be Kozlowski Collision Repair.
Nicely done, my buddy over there. Good job with that. How about we do a little Ennis Glass LLC scoreboard update?
Let's do it. Before
we go to a break, and of course we still owe all of our listeners the state of Texas top 10 across all classifications. We want to do that in our next break, but right now, again, Ennis Glass LLC. Here's all of your games being played tonight, and Ronnie, I kind of dialed this in a 50-mile radius, so everything kind of up in the Metroplex, pretty well close to home here. Ball games tonight, Mesquite Horn is trailing the number 21 ranked Rockwall Yellow Jackets 20-10 with 3:53 to play in the first quarter. That game being played in Rockwall just down the road here from Forney. Southwest Raiders out of Fort Worth are leading O.D. Wyatt 27-8 with 6:03 to play in the second quarter. It's the Denison Yellow Jackets leading the Lebanon Trail Trailblazers 24-15 with 4:35 to play in the second quarter. Sherman leading McKinney North 24-17 with just over 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Molina leads the Turner Lions 21-7 in the second quarter. Pierce Mustangs are leading the Irving High School Tigers 35-3 at the half. It's the Princeton Panthers trailing the Liberty Redhawks 14-7. That game late in the first quarter. West Mesquite in a pretty good ball game against Wiley East. It's the Wranglers over the Raiders right now, 21-20 at the half. Of course, right here from Citibank Stadium, it's Ennis 21, North Forney 7. Frisco Reedy, the Lions are leading the Wakeland Wolverines 10-3 at the half. The number 1 team, Argyle, the Eagles, are leading the Stephenville Yellow Jackets 35-14 with right at 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Number 3 ranked Gilmer, the Buckeyes, they're leading the Godley Wildcats 21-13 at the half. Number 2 ranked Gunner Tigers just blowing out Henrietta Bearcats tonight 52-0 with 3:05 to play in the second quarter. Skyline in almost a baseball-like score. The Skyline Raiders leading North Mesquite Stallions 8-2 with 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. A final's already in from tonight. W.T. White, the Longhorns, shut out the Smith Trojans 15-0. And that's all of your Thursday night action in the surrounding Metroplex. Although we were talking in the booth, it would be a good one tomorrow night to transfer to Vernon Newsom Stadium in Mansfield as the number 2 Aledo Bearcats take on the number 7 Mansfield Timberview Wolverines, or the Wolves. That ought to be a good one, folks. If you're football fans looking for a ball game, you might want to head out to Vernon Newsom Stadium. So there's your scoreboard update, again brought to you by Ennis Glass LLC. Ronnie Greer, how about another break? Want to come back and do that?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to take a timeout here. Brought to you by Edward Jones and Jeff Irish, as we'll continue with more of your Blackland Building Supply when we come back right after this.
Founded in 1993, Lone Star Railroad Contractors is an on-call 24/7 maintenance and construction service company. Don't get derailed. We will make sure your rails are clean, safe, and maintained, keeping your business on track. Family owned and operated out of Ennis, Texas, Lone Star Railroad Contractors are proud sponsors of the Ennis Lions and Lady Lions. They cover tracks from New Mexico to Nebraska and Texas to Tennessee. Look them up online at LoneStarRailroad.com or contact Josh Newman at 972-878-9500. Lone Star Railroad Contractors. We're making tracks.
Tommy Rustin here for Rustin Cattle Company. My wife Karen and I put our name on our product because it's all about family with us. Slow smoked brisket and ribs, tender and tasty, prime grilled steaks cooked to order, thick and juicy, just like you like them. Our expanded kitchen now means every night we're open is steak night. Our family has always been proud to support Ennis Lions, so come eat at Rustin Cattle Company in Ennis and get us smacking.
Dogs Beverages and Convenience Store helps Ennis Lions fans stock up for the game with many different supplies and services. Kolache Depot inside Dogs serves up the best kolaches in Texas. Dogs has an ATM, check cashing service, drive-through, and check wash to get you cleaned up so you can show up to the game with a shine. Go through the car wash and get 10 cents a gallon discount on your fuel. Dogs is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Ennis Avenue west of I-45. Dogs Beverages and Convenience Store is a very proud support of Ennis and the Ennis Lions.
Ennis State Bank is a proud supporter of our Ennis Lions since 1933. ESB has been committed to serving and supporting the citizens of Ennis. They put the needs of their customers and Ennis first with the kind of service you can only get at your local bank. Ennis State Bank and Ennis Lions, the best 2 teams in town. Go Lions! Ennis State Bank, the only bank that can call Ennis home. 815 West Ennis Ave, member FDIC.
Folks, did you know your front door is your first chance to make a great impression? That's why Ennis Door and Trim should be your only stop for custom commercial and residential doors, windows, and trim. Go see Robert Blazik and his crew at 2607 South Kaufman in Ennis or call 972-875-7800. You can also shop them online at ennisdoor.com. That's Ennis Door and Trim, where opening doors daily is their business.
We continue with more of the Blackland Building Supply halftime show. Tim Samuels and Ronnie Guerrero. We've also got Bart Harrison up here in the booth. We'll be talking to Bart here in this second half. But right now, more of the Blackland Building Supply halftime show, Ronnie. And, of course, every week we do the State of Texas Top 10 across the state, brought to you by
Ennis Main Street.
Well, who else? So let's talk about the big boys. We'll start out with 6A with the top 10 one more time. Houston North Shore Mustangs at number 1. Duncanville, boy, I'd pay to watch them 2 play again. They're at number 2. The Westlake Chaparrals at 3. The Allen Eagles are at 4. Lake Travis at 5. Cy Fair out of the Houston area at number 6. Katy Tompkins at number 7. Cedar Hill Longhorns at number 8. Bridgeland Bears at number 9. And coming in at number 10, those Katy Tigers.
Head downtown Ennis for Shop Small Saturday on November the 28th. Some local love needs to be shown and support the downtown Ennis this holiday season.
5A Division II, your Ennis Lions one more time, one more week, holding down the number 1 spot, followed by Aledo that we were just talking about at number 2. It's the Marshall Buffaloes at number 3. The Huntsville Hornets are at number 4. Frisco Raccoons check in at number 5. Texas High, the Tigers out of the Texarkana area at number 6. Mansfield Timberview at number 7. Wichita Riders, the Raiders at number 8. Lubbock Cooper Pirates are at 9. And it's A&M Consolidated at number 10.
The rooftop lights will be turned on in downtown Ennis Thanksgiving night. Make plans to spend time in downtown enjoying the new lights, photo ops, carriage, and wagon rides this December.
5A Division I, the Denton Ryan Raiders occupy the number 1 spot, followed by the Scotties from Highland Park at 2. Lancaster, the Tigers at number 3, Cedar Parks at 4. Foster Falcons at number 5. Manville from the San Antonio area is number 6. Coronado Mustangs are at number 7. The Longview Lobos at number 8. And the Lone Star Rangers at number 9. And rounding it out is Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial at number 10. 4A Division II, the Carthage Bulldogs holding down the number 1. It seems like they're a resident of that one position every single week, every single year. Number 2 is your West Orange Star Mustangs, followed by Gilmer at 3, Jaspers at 4, Pleasant Grove at 5, Salado at number 6, Caddo Mills at number 7, the Graham Steers at number 8, the Sealy Tigers are at number 9, and Glen Rose at number 10.
Did you love the Ennis Bluebonnet Market? Well, join us for a special evening Christmas market on December the 3rd in downtown Ennis.
4A Division I, we talked about Argyle just a moment ago. They are number 1 in the state. Lampasas is at 2, Cal Allen at number 3, the Melissa Cardinals at number 4, El Campo at number 5, Midlothian Heritage at number 6, those La Vega Pirates. They'll be playing Wilmer Hutchins in Waco tomorrow. They're number 7. Calhoun's at number 8. Dumas at number 9. And Lindale at number 10.
Carriage rides, a giant snow hill, cookies with Mrs. Claus are the perfect way to make holiday memories in downtown Ennis. Thank you to our title sponsor, Ennis Regional Medical Center.
Got time for just one more, and we'll do that with 3A Division II. The Canadian Wildcats at number 1. The Gunner Tigers are at 2. Poth Pirates are at number 3. East Bernard's at 4. Spearman at 5. Franklin at 6. Idalou at number 7, Holiday at 8, Dangerfield at 9, and Ballinger at number 10. If we have time for the remainder of the broadcast, we'll give you the rest of your State of Texas top 10 in the great state of Texas.
Brought to you by beautifully historic Ennis Main Street.
Here is Alan Hernandez kicking this off, and a deep kick is going to come down in between the two deep men and Sales in the end zone, so that'll come out to the 25-yard line. And as we mentioned, in the waning moments of the first half, Ronnie, it is going to be North Forney getting their hands on the football first here in the second half. What kind of adjustments, Ronnie, are we looking for?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to have to shore up a little bit underneath where they've hurt you in the passing game. You're going to have to shore that up. And as far as Ennis is concerned, going to have to get some passing yards, get some completed passes.
Here's Acuna rolling out, and he's got pressure. He's going to just go out of bounds. He'll actually lose yards. Who was coming in there harassing Acuna?
It looked like Margraf.
Big number 98. Oh, was it not? Was it Margraf?
Yeah, Rooster, and I believe that was
big number 98.
Yeah, Lazarus Bex.
So Acuna, do you think the Lions did a pretty good job containing him, Ronnie, in the first half?
They have. They really have, and and to tell you the truth, did most of it with man coverage. They had a little help over the top a couple of times.
Here's Ty Collins running behind that big offensive line, and he's big with his 210-pound body himself, and he's just going to put his head down and lower his pad level and get out to the 31-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 needed.
There's Bex again in on the tackle. They call him Big Stank.
Cam Allen and Colin Shipley, your 2 receivers to the left. Acuna with Ty Collins, and Acuna to throw, and he's going to throw out there, and he's got his man, and that's Cam Allen. He just sat down at the 42 and got a pretty good throw from his quarterback, and that'll move the chains 1st down for North Forney.
Yeah, they're getting it with the short stuff.
And tempo again, which is what we've seen most of the time from the Falcons tonight. H-back and 3 receivers, and it's Collins. Oh, Acuna's going to pull it, and smartly done. Takes a shot there at the end of that run at the 48-yard line.
Man, Stephon Townsend just came up and, like I say, kissed him right in the mug.
He lowered the boom shot on Acuna.
That's what you call getting hit in the mouth.
2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Acuna to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw out there. He's got a man. D. Johnson turns around. Did he make the catch? He did.
He did.
On the far side of the field inside the 25-yard line. Pretty well defended by D. Johnson.
It was.
But give credit to the receiver with the catch.
He got just enough separation to allow himself the opportunity to catch that football.
Line of scrimmage is now the 22-yard line. North Forney already threatening to score here to try to cut this to a one-score game. Ty Collins with the carry. Up the middle, spinning off a tackle and down to the 15. He'll get 7 yards on that carry.
Big offensive line is coming off the ball right here early in the third quarter.
They got 1,000 pounds of beef over there.
Oh, man.
Here's Acuna. This time he's going to give it to Collins, and pretty well defended by the Lions, but very close to another first down around the 13-yard line is Ty Collins.
Hubbard and Molina on the tackle.
Just underway if you're coming back after halftime. 10 minutes now. North Forney receiving the opening kick and moving. And here's Collins with a handoff. Kind of a bobbled snap there from Acuna.
He was lucky to make that transition. Molina and Chapman in there on the tackle.
In fact, he'll lose yards. Now you got 4th down and 1. And no doubt what North Forney is going to do here, but this has been a very impressive drive. And one that North Forney, Ronnie, frankly, has to capitalize on here.
Stokes back in the ball game for Molina.
Cam Allen, the receiver, to the far left side of the field. And the give is to Collins, and Collins just bulldozing. Is he going to get there?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Ennis is saying he didn't get it.
I don't think so.
Line judge is going to come in at the 12. And with that spot, he's going to get it, Ronnie.
Wow. I don't believe he got that, man.
If they give him the 12, he's going to get that first down.
Oh, man.
Sam Harrell's not happy with it.
I know he's not. I'm not happy with it. I'm way up here, and I'm not happy with that spot. I don't believe he got that far.
Now they're going to come measure, but the ball's on the 12.
Oh, it's on the – yeah, you're right.
He's going to get it. No, he's not. No, he's not.
No, he's going to miss it by about 4 inches.
Man, I love to be wrong sometimes,
I
Ronnie.
do, too.
How about that? Bart,
who's that? Is it wrong way Grady?
It's first down Grady.
First down Grady. Well, this time he didn't call it.
He owed us one, right?
Wow.
All right.
Ennis already with an interception in the end zone defensively. Ennis already recovering a fumble in the end zone after a botched punt attempt, and now stopping North Forney on 4th down and less than a yard with the big powerhouse running back Collins.
That's just big-time defense right there.
1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Collins Rate's going to call his own number. First down, flag comes in, usually in the vicinity of holding. Drake got out to cross the 15-yard line. In fact, to the 16-yard line. That would have bone a 4-yard game, but this is probably going to be null and void.
Are we growing icicles in here? We're opening the snow cone stand or something? What's going on, man?
I didn't know why my glasses were fogging up here.
I got this chill. I got this bump come up on my nose. I knew it wasn't a pimple. Man. I don't know what it is. I believe it's a chill bump.
So the penalty is going against the Lions, half the distance to the goal. They'll bring it back to the 6-yard line. 9:12 to play. 21-7 still the score. Ennis with 3 major defensive stops tonight. And with the football, first down and 15, but deep inside their own end of the territory at the 6. Colin Drake with a pitch out to the right side. D. Johnson is going to get to the far sideline and out of bounds. A very short gain on the play. Well, it looks like he's going to get about 4. So credit Johnson with a pickup of 4 yards, 2nd down and 11. Yeah, I'm not kidding, Ronnie. This North Forney defense, which had been giving up 21.2 points a game this season, has impressed me a little bit more salty with their tackling, but certainly this defensive backfield holding this lethal line receiving core fairly in check at this point. Anyway.
Absolutely with that. Impressed absolutely with it. They're doing a great job in the secondary.
Karan Smith in motion. They fake to Karan Smith. Drake's looking up. He throws. The ball's going to be short. He was hit from behind as D. Johnson was coming out of the backfield. D's a little frustrated, but he didn't realize that Drake got hit on the backside, causing that ball to just float out there like a duck. Pretty good backside rush applied against Colin Drake right there.
Sure was.
So 3rd down and 11. 8:48 as the North Forney players are ushering for the fans to make some noise here. And as Ronnie mentioned earlier, probably the best crowd that we've seen by both teams. Of course, Ennis at home always, but Ennis on the road this time, and North Forney has turned out. And here it is, your 3rd and 11. Drake's going to roll to the right. He's got Karan Smith coming across. He's going to throw instead to the far side to Skyland Simmons, but incomplete. He was right there at the chains if he could have made that catch, but again, good defensive coverage is going to force an Ennis line punt. 4th down and 11. Clock stop with 8:43 to play in quarter number 3 as Colin Shipley, the punt returner, comes on the field, and he'll be stepping his way to somewhere around the 44-yard line of the Ennis Lions. Colin Drake with punts tonight of 51 and 50 yards.
I believe this is his 4th punt tonight.
And he's at the goal line, and there's the snap, and Drake's going to kick it.
He got it off.
Yeah, he's going to get another great bounce. Colin Shipley is going to watch this go all the way inside the 30, the 25, the 20, down to the 16-yard line.
Man, that was Olympic. What are you talking about? What happened?
73 yards.
73 yards. Wow.
But as Bart just told us, we had a flag. Did we have a flag down?
Yeah, he picked it up, though.
Okay, picked it up. 73 yards.
Wow.
What a night punting the football for Colin Drake.
Man, that is massive.
3 punts over 50 yards. Well, he's going to take Carlton Eckert's all-state punting job away.
He may have already done that, yeah.
So North Forney's offense already on the field and at the line of scrimmage.
Don't get no better. I mean, that's better than a buttered biscuit and a side of bacon.
There's
right
your
there.
Bubble screen. It looked like that ball hit the turf, but the line judge was right there, so he must have got it before it hit that nose hit. The catch, I believe, by Shipley. Did he get anything? He's at the 18-yard line. A gain of 1. We'll call it 2nd down and 9 with 8:08 to play in the clock moving here in the quarter number 3. Acuna's in the gun, and he's going to fake it to Collins. He's looking to the far side. Batted ball. Who else? Jarvion Williams.
You know it.
I think he leads the country in batted balls at the line of scrimmage.
Probably does. I'll tell you what, he is Johnny on the spot.
So North Forney was able to pin Ennis back deep, and one more time Colin Drake bails out the Lions by reversing the flipping of the field plans. And now if Ennis can come up with a stop on 3rd and 9, watch Acuna here. Here's the snap. He's going to give it to Collins. Collins is going to be bottled up trying to shake off one tackler, and he's going to be dropped at the 20, well short of the 1st down.
Man.
It's going to be 4th down and about 7, no doubt.
Beasley got in there and got some contact, but I'm going to tell you what. Deltoid Hubbard come in there and just maxed him out.
Here comes the punt team. Colin Shipley, the wide receiver, will step back in punt formation, standing at his own 8-yard line. Now he'll back it up to the 6. D. Johnson standing at the North Forney 45-yard line. Field position has been so crucial in this game tonight. And there it is for the 3rd time tonight. Is that Darius Stokes? Darius Stokes that might have coaxed him into jumping early with a little flinch?
I believe it was Stokes and Lazar. Yeah.
They called the penalty, Ronnie, on number 44, Danny Casado, the defensive end, but right now playing on the punt team. And Casado is guilty of that infraction, so that'll back him up to right at the 15-yard line. Now the punter, Shipley, there's a bobble snap again. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got some room to run. He's going to cut it up at the 17, 18, and the Lions close it down fast. The second bobbled snap to Shipley tonight. The first one was a recovered fumble for a touchdown, and now the Lions operating inside the 20-yard line, 1st down and 10.
Yeah, Chapman came in and got first contact, and Jarvion Williams finished him off.
So the Lions offense for the first time in the second half will trot onto the field, check that the second time, and they'll have it 1st down and 10 officially at the Falcon 18-yard line with 7:05 to play in the quarter. Needless to say how big of a score this would be if the Lions could stretch this to a 3-score ball game. 4 receivers, 2 by 2, to each side of the field. One back in the backfield, but Colin Drake's going to call his number. Drake to the 15, to the 11, and they'll say he bounded down right at the 11-yard line. So a gain of 7 for Colin Drake.
Let's see what's happening inside here.
2nd down and 3. Skyland Simmons will be your lone receiver to the right side of the field. Leyland Spencer and Karan Smith to the left. Looks like Jacoby Collins is in the ball game, offset to the right of Colin Drake. Here's Karan Smith in motion. It's going to be Colin Drake calling his name, trying to get outside. Leyland Spencer with a block to the 5, to the 2.
Oh, the referee took a
pretty good hit on the sideline.
Somebody better help him. He's hurt.
Oh, my goodness. Hate to see that.
Yep.
But these officials understand the contact sport that it is.
He's trying to walk it off. Don't rub it. Ooh-wee.
Well, check this flag now as it's over there about the 8-yard line. If the play were to hold up, Colin Drake would have it down to the North Forney 2-yard line. Clock stopped momentarily with 6:25 to play in quarter number 3. Ennis wanting to stick another touchdown in the end zone here. Wouldn't be the proverbial nail in the coffin for the Falcons, but, man, it would certainly swing the momentum to Ennis. The number 1 team in the state against the number 7 team in the DFW area in 5A Division II. Penalty is against the Lions.
It's like the officials going to tough it out.
So they're going to start marking this at the 18-yard line. Or they're going to put the ball down at the 18, excuse me. So 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. You know, Ronnie, these are almost pedestrian-like passing numbers for Colin Drake.
They are.
3 out of 10.
You know, and they've you see, you got 3 deep.
And look what's in the box. This is a run play again.
And
see what happens. And there's Colin Drake's going to keep the ball, and this time backside pressure. Was that?
Yeah. They were bringing.
That was number 2 in there, I think, that time. Came out on the receiver. They got a couple guys playing both ways. So here we go with 6:02, 6:01. We'll be under 6 minutes to play when the ball snapped. The Lions are going to make a substitution. They're going to send Jace Berry out, bring back in D. Johnson. Spencer and Smith to the left. Simmons to the right.
7 in the box.
And Drake in the gun at the 24. Fakes to D. Johnson's going to go Skyland Simmons. Jump ball up there. Does he get it? Oh, slightly underthrown. Simmons had to turn to be a little bit of a defender right there to break that up to avoid the interception potentially.
Yeah, he's probably going to kick that field goal, I'm sure. It's still early.
4th down and 10.
And put them points on the board.
Going to take a shot here. Angel Aguilar with Peyton Chapman doing the holding, and he's going to put this down at the 25. So officially a 35-yard field goal attempt. Ball's in the middle of the field. Wind to the back of Aguilar. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. It's got leg. Does he get it through?
That's
Aguilar. Good. 35 yards is true to the mark. Ennis 24.
Holy moly,
7.
put the jelly on the roly.
Edward Jones, Jeff Irish, timeout. We'll be back with more of your First State Bank presentation of Ennis Lions football when we come back right after this.
When it came to moving, I was stressed because that's the last thing I enjoyed doing. That's when I called my friends over at A1A Movers in Ennis. One short call with a few details and the appointment was made. I depended on the professional and friendly staff with years of experience, and it was the best decision I've made in years. Moving is what they do every day, all day. It's not a side job. It is their job. One haul did it all. If you're moving local or anywhere in the U.S., give my friends A1A Movers a call. A1A moves businesses as well as homes. You can find them online at A1AMoving.com. A1A Movers, your move made easy.
What's up, Ennis Lions Nation? This is Jake Willingham, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty and proud supporter of Ennis ISD. I'd like to wish the Ennis football program all the best this season. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, please feel free to give me a call or send me a text at 972-740-6851. That's 972-740-6851. Or visit our website at soldlikeamug.com. Go Lions.
(24-7) our score after Aguilar. Aguilar kicked that 35-yard field goal. Ronnie, give us that score in summary.
1 minute and 33 seconds for Ennis to go. 0. 0 yards, yeah.
That's pretty efficient then. Points on the board.
Yeah. 35-yard field goal is good, and that brings the score to 24-7. 5:32 to play in the third.
Thank you, Ronnie Greer. Here's a handoff sweeping to the right side. Ty Collins, big, strong, tough running back. He's going to get out to about the 32-yard line. Picks up about 7. Second down and 3. The reason that field goal was so big, Ronnie, it forces a 3-score game now.
Right.
Here's Collins again, the workhorse. And this time the Lions are going to stand him up. A short gain. He's going to reach the 35, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Beasley was being held so bad right there. I could see it all the way up here, 100 yards away. Official, of course, his knee's probably throbbing right now. I'm proud of the man just still being out there.
3 receivers bunched to the left side. Acuna's going to look that way, face the Jets pass. He's going to go long and almost picked off by Townsend. Townsend was looking maybe to try to keep his feet in bounds and get a toe tap, but was unable to make that catch. They double covered the far receiver over there, Cam Allen. Incomplete. It's going to bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, I tell you what, give Jacoby Sterling a little credit over there too, like you say. He has pretty good coverage on that sideline.
Here's Acuna faking to Collins, going to go with an out route right there. Oh, nice catch by, is that number 18? I believe that's number 18 making the catch. Michael Anderson, a 6'3", checked at 13. That's Christian Aracheta.
Sweet little stop route right there in front of Cameron Stevens.
Moved the chains again. North Forney has at least dominated one statistical category, and that's in first downs. That's their 11th of the ball game. Acuna's going to throw again, sideline. This time, Aracheta's unable to make that catch.
Well, Acuna had to throw that out because Mark Grapp was right there in his face and had his arms up. Kind of caused him to be off target with that ball.
North Forney with 243 total yards to Ennis's 179. Here's Collins going left. Collins is going to get some yardage.
Wow.
Still fighting. Across the 50, 45.
Well, that was initial contact by Jarvion Williams right there, who's usually pretty sure about wrapping up, but running back was able to spin out of it.
And got 9 yards, and back to Collins again.
But
he's going to fall forward just enough to pick up a first down at the end, his 44-yard line.
First down brought to you by Black Land Building Supply.
This is using some clock, however, for the North Forney Falcons, down to 3:51 here in the third quarter. Acuna's going to throw this time, though. He's looking down the field. He's got Allen. And, oh, my goodness, here comes the flag. The safety coming across, and there was contact with 2 lines against the one would-be receiver, Cam Allen. And I guess the official on that side of the field thought there was too much contact, and he threw the flag. That'll be personal foul. Now, every time I see that penalty, Ronnie, I start to ask the question, are we going to also have to consider targeting here?
Right.
Because we know that's called more and more. So I didn't hear anything about targeting, so personal foul.
Pass interference.
I checked that, pass interference without targeting. So that'll move the football deep inside or deeper inside of Ennis's territory, and they're going to move it all the way down to right at the 29-yard line. We'll have a first down and 10 with 3:44 to play in the third quarter. Aracheta is the split receiver out here to the near side of the field. He's at the numbers on the boundary side. Two receivers to the left, one back and an H-back, and it's Acuna to throw a double move here. He's going long. He's got Arichetta. He makes the catch. 5 goal line. They're going to say he went out of bounds at the 3-yard line. A nice double move with a pump fake.
Yep. Safety just a little late getting over.
Arichetta thought he had scored, but the official, the line judge on this boundary sideline, called him out of bounds at the 3. Quickly, North Forney to the line of scrimmage with 3:38 to play. And it's going to be a handoff. No, Acuna in the end zone. Acuna's going to score. Touchdown, Falcons.
There you have it.
Pretty good drive turned in by North Forney right there.
Quite impressive.
Arichetta with a big catch down that sideline. There's a lot of seniors, Ronnie, on this North Forney team. Good leadership. Here's the snap and hold. Kick is up. Kick looks good, and it is. So with 3:34 to play, update on our scoreboard here from Citibank Stadium. It's Ennis 24, North Forney 10. We'll be back with more. Or check that 24-14. Back with more of your First State Bank presentation of Ennis Lions football on 106.9 The Ranch right after this.
Looking to qualify for a home loan? Go see Stacy Fincher at Guild Mortgage in Ennis. Guild Mortgage has helped families finance for over 50 years. Guild has low down payment options including USDA, VA, FHA, and many others. Visit stacyfincher.com. That's Stacy with an I. Go see Stacy at 101 Northwest Main Street in Ennis or call 469-337-4916. Guild Mortgage, own what matters. Go Lions.
Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender company, NMLS 3274, Stacy Fincher, NMLS 469883. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice.
Ennis Lions fans rejoice. Frank Kent Chevy Dodge Jeep Ram is revving up our engines and gearing up to cheer on our favorite football team as they mow down the competition this 2019 football season. No fumbles here. Frank Kent has you covered from tailgates to tires, lion-themed wraps to off-road accessories. We'll make sure you make it to each game in style and on time. Check us out online at frankkentennis.com or come down to Ennis Avenue and I-45. Frank Kent, community-driven and locally different since 1935.
Jace Berry on a short kick did not think he signaled fair catch, but nonetheless the officials spotted him down. Ennis is trying to talk to some of the officials, and let's see what the referee's going to call here, if anything. Okay, so they're just going to rule that Jace Berry signaled for and was awarded a fair catch at the 37-yard line. Ronnie, the Lions with 3 points after that 21-point explosion in the first quarter. It's time to get a little offense mustered up here.
Absolutely. Tell you what, the Falcon defense is kind of shored up here in that third quarter.
And made it a 10-point game. So here you go. Colin Drake on the run. Drake's going to cut it outside. Stiff arm right there. Almost a horse collar at the 39 where Drake is tackled. Short gain of only 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Lions. Spencer and Karan Smith. They'll be your receivers to the near side with the ball on the far hash mark. To that side of the ball, Clayton Jenkins now in the slot with the Skyland Simmons. Looks like D. Johnson, or check that. That is D. Johnson. That's Beasley in the backfield. Yep. Devion Beasley in the backfield with a nice gain on the short side of the field across the 45 to the 46-yard line. A little bit short of that first down. Need 1 more yard. 3rd down and 1. Lions need to convert right here. Beasley stays in the ball game.
These 7, I'll tell you what, these 7 in the box for North Forney are bringing it.
Beasley to the left of Drake. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and it's Drake to keep it. He's going to get the first down and more inside the 50, just puts his head down and falls forward to the 49-yard line. Move the change for the Ennis Lions. Big first down right there.
First down brought to you by Doc's Beverage, Kolachi Depot.
Skyland Simmons lone Receiver to the far side in a man coverage look. Leyland Spencer and Karan Smith will be to the near side. Ball's in the middle of the field on 1st and 10. Colin Drake turns. He fakes it to Beasley, throws it to Karan Smith. Smith across the 45 and out of bounds around the 41-yard line. Nice gain on the play on 1st down, sets up 2nd and short. And now, right now, Ronnie, you can do anything you want to on this down and distance.
Don't you know?
2nd and 2 with 2:20 to play.
You got Nemo on the island with man coverage on the top.
And as well as the secondary has played all night long. I just can't believe they can shut out Ennis continually on this. Now Jenkins will go from left to right, and they'll go with Simmons. And now Beasley goes in motion to the right. They fake direction. Wide open, middle of the field. Karan Smith, 10, 5, 6, touchdown.
Put it on the board. Kiki Smith. Right straight up the seam, just like you said, Tim. Beautiful, beautiful route, and what a beautiful pass.
Beasley sold that when he went in motion because it pulled the defensive back to his side, and Karan Smith was all alone, folks. Nobody within 25 yards.
Touchdown brought to you by Stacy Fincher at Guild Mortgage.
Extra point attempt for the Lions here. And now a penalty flag is thrown. So delay a game, indeed it is, with the zeros on the play clock with 2:13 to play in quarter number 3. So Angel Aguilar and the kicking team will be backed up 5. Extra point from the 15. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. Plenty of leg. Kick is good. 2:13 to play in the third quarter. The Lions have answered the scoring drive. Now it's 31-14. Ennis on top of North Forney. Back with more of your First State Bank presentation of Ennis Lions football on KRVF 106.9, The Ranch.
When making the biggest decision of your life, such as buying or selling your home, it's obvious you want a professional who cares about you and your goals at the helm of your journey. At City Real Estate, Ronnie Cromwell and Shelley Smiley York aim to go above and beyond all expectations as your realtor. Family comes first, so you better believe clients become family. For more information, contact Ronnie Cromwell at 972-268-3665 or Shelley Smiley York at 469-245-5274.
This Christmas, come light up your holidays in downtown Ennis. Enjoy carriage rides, a giant snow hill, and cookies with Mrs. Claus. Play the Elf Seek and Find game while Christmas shopping in our unique downtown shops. Stroll around taking in the beautiful Christmas decor and brand new rooftop lights. Follow us on Facebook at Ennis, Texas and Main Street City for more details on holiday festivities in Ennis. Happy holidays, y'all!
Alan Hernandez's kick for the third time in a row is in the end zone. That'll come out to the 25-yard line. And are we going to have a special guest do our scoring summary?
Yeah, we're going to have Bardicus.
Okay, it took Ennis a minute and 21 seconds to go 63 yards and five plays. It was a 41-yard touchdown pass from Colin Drake to Karan Smith. Hernandez PAT was good. Makes your score 31 Ennis. North Forney 10.
All right.
14.
Oh, 14.
That's right.
Yeah,
it is kind of a mess.
It got me a while ago, Bart.
That scoring summary brought to you by Ennis State Bank.
So here comes North Forney after they cut it to a 10-point lead. Then Ennis comes storming back, and it was that big hookup with Colin Drake and Karan Smith. One of those explosive plays that we talk about. And now it's 31-14 with 1:45 and clock counting here. 2nd down and 7 for the Falcons. 3 receiver set with an H-back to the left, faking to Collins, going back to this side to the near side. Cam Allen, the intended receiver, and they're going to throw a flag.
Catchable.
And Jacoby Sterling is less than pleased with that play call right there, calling pass interference against Cam Allen.
It wasn't even close.
So that'll get North Forney its 15th first down of this ball game.
Mercy sakes alive. I guess Jolly Green Giant could have caught it.
Well, Cam Allen's already about 6'4".
Could have been picking peas, maybe.
Cam Allen lines in as a tight wide receiver set with now it's going to go his way. He's going to make the catch. Yeah, he lined up almost as a tight end did Cam Allen, and then he just kind of slips out as Acuna rolls to his direction and makes a little dump pass out across the 50-yard line. Allen will be tackled, let's see, at the 40, let's see if we're going to put it down, 47-yard line. Move the chains, back-to-back first downs for the Falcons inside the Ennis 50-yard line. Here's the give to Ty Collins, hammering off a couple of tacklers inside the 45 down to the 44. A tough physical run to 3 yards picked up. What are Ty Collins' numbers looking like here in this ballgame? Rick's getting that updated for us here. 55 seconds and the clock's still moving. Collins is up to 24 carries for 91 yards. Ronnie, that's been some punishing 91 yards.
It sure has.
Not even 4 yards a carry. That tells you just how good this defense is because he's a solid back. Here's Acuna. This time he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to dial his own number. He's going to get the first down and more inside the 35. Acuna's wrestled down at the 32. Big gainer right there. 3 first downs in the last 4 plays for North Forney. And just like that, to the line of scrimmage with 3 receivers and an H-back. Acuna and Collins. Acuna's looking to throw. He's going to the out route. He's got his man on the far side of the field. Ball's caught out of bounds, 22-yard line.
Pushing it down the field. Offensive line's giving him time to throw it, too.
And that's Aracheta one more time, making another catch in this game. He's padding his stats a little bit, I'll tell you what. Now with 4 catches for 91 yards. And here's a double move again. They fake it.
Come on now.
Now Acuna's going to have to run. He's going to go out of bounds around the 20-yard line is where they're going to mark him out of bounds.
Did you see that holding?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Wow.
Out of bounds at the 20. It's 2nd down and 8 with just 13 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Clock is stopped with Acuna going out of bounds. 2nd down and 8. Acuna to throw. He's looking right. Oh, hit. I tell you what, he was leveled. He got the ball off, but a wounded duck sailed from that right arm.
I believe that was DeRice Stoke. No, that was J.W. Williams. Had his back turned, side turned to me.
Acuna was clocked when he was trying to get rid of that football.
Wow.
So 3rd down and 8, and we know it's 4-down territory for North Forney. So 2 downs to get 8. Here's your 3rd down. 3 receivers. Acuna looks right. He's going to go right. Another double move. Cam Allen's out there. Almost made a sensational catch behind his shoulder. Fade, but incomplete. Good job over there by D. Beasley.
Great job by Beasley. I mean, he hounded him, boy.
And Jacoby Starling has played well tonight, and he was over there in coverage. 4th down and 8. And with 3 seconds remaining, they put 3 more seconds on the game clock with that incomplete pass. So this will be, or should be, the final play of quarter number 3. Yeah, North Forney is going to take a timeout with 3 seconds. We'll take one, too. Brought to you by Edward Jones and Jeff Irish. Back with more Ennis Lions football when we come back in 60 seconds.
KRVF, Curran, Cedar Creek, Kaufman, Hillsboro. Texans, Outlaws, and Legends. 106.9, The Ranch.
Hi, I'm Jeff Irish, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, Jeff Irish, with Edward Jones, am a proud sponsor of Ennis Lions football on 106.9 The Ranch. Call 972-875-4706 or stop by my office at 1905 West Ennis Avenue, Suite 401 for a face-to-face appointment. Making sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Ennis Glass LLC should be the first call for any residential or commercial glass project. Family owned and operated for 34 years, Ennis Glass is ready to install custom shower glass, replacement windows, mirrors, plexiglass, commercial aluminum systems, and much more. The Vasquez family stands ready to provide you with the top-of-the-line service, workmanship, and satisfaction that Ennis Glass is known for.
Call Ennis Glass LLC at 972-878-9902.
Financing is available. Ennis Glass, proud supporters of the Ennis Lions.
Well, on 4th down and 8, Jacoby Sterling was given an early Christmas gift from Acuna, who made a bad pass.
The Grinch took it back.
Sterling saw nothing but green turf all down the field of about 88 yards, but he dropped the football, folks, to end the third quarter. But the good news is that was 4th and 8, so it'll be Ennis football right here when we get ready to start the first play of quarter number 4. Ronnie, Ennis was able to battle a couple times there.
They were.
Got the field goal when they needed to get some points on the board after being shut out in the second quarter with a goose egg. And I don't know if Ennis has been shut out without scoring a point in any quarter all year long, but North Forney did it. Ennis got 3 out of the third quarter and then came back with that big touchdown.
You can bet it's fixing to open up right here.
So here we go with the Lions getting the football.
Got to take it down there and put something in the end zone.
Turnover on downs, leading 31-14. This is your first play of quarter number 4. They give right up the middle. And short gain on the play out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Caught a pickup of 1 yard. D. Johnson on the carry there.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with the play of this defensive line and these linebackers here in the second half by North Forney.
And these DBs can run a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
Here's your 2nd down and 9. Drake in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Drake's going to call his own number. We're seeing a lot more of Colin Drake carry the football here in this second half. He's across the 25 to the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Lions. Ronnie, we want to remind all of our listeners that there is no game Thanksgiving weekend. That once was a possibility, but not anymore. The next game for the Ennis Lions will be 2 weeks from tonight from Lyon Memorial Stadium. I believe that's back to the old 7:30 kickoff, is it not?
No, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, okay. 6:30 Doc's Beverage pregame show. You'll hear more about that as we get closer. Here's Colin Drake one more time. Drake's going to get the first down across the 33, 35. Colin Drake picks up a first down out to the 39-yard line.
As long as they keep, shooting those linemen to the outside like that, he's going to keep taking advantage of that. If it opens up in the middle like that, Drake's going to take advantage of it. Simple as that.
Colin Drake just picks up the 11th first down.
First down brought to you by Hayden Electric, bringing power to your business.
Speaking of Hayden Electric, that'll be your post-game show sponsor tonight. Empty back set for Colin Drake. He'll go doubles to both sides of the field now since Karan Smith, and he gets the ball. Karan Smith's got daylight. Look out, 50, sideline 45. He's going to spin off that tackle. Look, he's not done. Down to the 40. Like a little jitterbug right there. Karan Smith to the 38-yard line. What a run.
Yes, sir. Do the dance, Kiki.
And here they go. Tempo, tempo, tempo. Here's Colin Drake. He's going to run it this time. He's going to cut inside to the 36. A gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 for the Lions. What he can do in the open field is amazing.
It is. It is. Stop and start. That's what it's all about. Tell you what, this Ennis offensive line is starting to put some pound on the boys in blue. They're all standing there with their hands on their hips.
2nd down and 8 from the 36. A touchdown here would be the kiss of death for the North Forney Falcons. Here's Smith in motion again. They faked a little jet sweep. Now going long. He's got a man out there in Jace Berry. About 2 yards.
Wow.
Too far. Incomplete. Man. Berry with a beautiful route.
I mean to tell you, that young man can fly too.
Colin Drake's going, well, the wind's been blowing out at the south all day long. Why did it stop?
Berry had a good 2 steps on the defenders.
3rd down and 8. Karan Smith will check off the field now. They'll go 2 receivers to the left side with Spencer and Simmons. Jenkins over here is a tight end to the right. Watch him. You never know about Clayton Jenkins.
Here they come.
One back is Beasley. 9:25 clock stop. And what do we got here?
Timeout.
Timeout on the field taken by the Ennis Lions. We'll take one. Brought to you by Edward Jones and Jeff Irish. Back with more of your First State Bank presentation of Ennis Lions football right after this.
Kozlowski Collision Repair is run by a family that will treat your vehicle like their own. Located in Ennis, they provide professional and affordable collision repair that you can depend on. Dent removal, auto body work, and collision repair. You name it, and they'll take care of it. Contact Kozlowski Collision Repair today at 972-875-3900 for all of your collision repair needs. Kozlowski Collision Repair, a proud sponsor of the Ennis Lions.
The First State Bank of Rice, located in Ennis, Texas, is a member of the Rice Bank Shares Incorporated, with convenient locations in Ennis, Rice, Waxahachie, and Italy, Texas. They offer services of a modern financial institution, maintaining the integrity of a community bank with all decisions made locally. First State Bank's mission is to meet and exceed your local banking need by offering competitive loan and deposit rate, mobile banking, and internet banking. Contact First State Bank in Ennis at 972-878-4040. Member FDIC. Go Lions!
Tim Samuels and Ronnie Greer, 3rd down and 8 now with 9:24 to play. Here we go. Colin Drake looking to throw. He's going to roll to the left. He's still looking. He's going to be wrapped up. He's trying to push the pile forward to the far sideline. He's going to get inside the 35 to the 34. Short of the first down, but you got to think the Lions will go for it here, Ronnie.
Oh, yeah. That was a good job right there by ball carrier right there. I tell you what, man, he did a good job of getting an extra 3 or 4.
Colin Drake on that carry to the 34, so you've got 4th down and about 5.5. And Coach Eric will do a couple of things here. His punter is the quarterback, so he could just do a little pooch kick down there and try to bottle up the Falcons inside their own 15 or 10-yard line. Drake has been phenomenal kicking the ball. Now they're going to take a timeout, it looks like. Yeah, the Lions will take another timeout. We'll take one with them. 9:15 to play in the ball game. Ennis on top 31-14. Stick around, folks. More to come. Ennis Lions football brought to you by First State Bank right after this.
Looking to qualify for a home loan? Go see Stacy Fincher at Guild Mortgage in Ennis. Guild Mortgage has helped families finance for over 50 years. Guild has low down payment options including USDA, VA, FHA, and many others. Visit stacyfincher.com. That's Stacy with an I. Go see Stacy at 101 Northwest Main Street in Ennis or call 469-337-4916. Guild Mortgage, own what matters. Go Lions.
Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender company. NMLS 3274. Stacy Fincher. NMLS 469883. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Tim Samuels and Ronnie Greer back with you at Citibank Stadium, 31-14. And Bart Harrison and Rick Nelson, and special thanks, as always, to the man up here, Cody Dickerson, doing the YouTube video stream. Appreciate you, Cody.
Hey, let's say it. If folks out there, if you're getting a little blurry screen on your YouTube feed, just refresh your page. It's your connection.
And I believe we've got Carlton Eckert down there on the sideline taking some video shots. I think Julie Moreno's down there also.
Yep, Julie's here. I want to shout out to Charles Sykes at home, feeling a little under the weather, and
miss you, Charles.
Man, we sure do, Charlie. And we're wishing you the best, buddy. We're praying for you.
Here's 4th down, and in motion is going to be Karan Smith, and 3 steps is Drake looking to throw. He's got pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up and dropped, and a flag comes in. And body slam to the turf was Colin Drake, a little bit slow getting up, but
holding against Ennis.
He's going to get a little help from his friends as Bart Harrison in our headset. He's right on the money one more time, holding against the Lions.
That ball goes over.
Yep, declining that penalty for sure. And now North Forney still with some air in the tank. Their offense back on the field here. 31-14 with 9:09 to play. So here comes the North Forney offense. Acuna, he's going to hand to Ty Collins coming left side. Met by a couple of lines, including number 4, Hubbard, and also number 2, Peyton Chapman. Line of scrimmage to 35. Collins picks up 1, second down and 9. And here comes Acuna to throw. He's got pressure, and he's going to short up his intended receiver, Aracheta, here on the near sideline. And third down and 9 for the Falcons. With 8:46 to play. Now here's Acuna. He's got 2 receivers split left, 1 to the right. And Ty Collins in the backfield. Now the tight end or H-back, he'll go from right to left. Lions now showing about 7 in the box. And a potential blitzer up top with Hubbard. And here they come. Acuna's not going to get out of the second wave of Lions coming in. He'll be dropped at the 34-yard line.
That is a must right there. Right there. You get pressure on him and he finds a little crease. You got to take him out.
And that forces North Forney to have to punt. You would have thought if they could have got 5 or 6 yards, they might take a shot on 4th down. But now Colin Shipley, he'll step back to punt this way.
Lazarius, Big Stank Becks on the tackle.
Looks like the Lions are not necessarily believing they're going to fake. D. Johnson's kind of half-heartedly back in punt return formation, and it is the rugby-style punt, and trying to kick away from Karan Smith back there, not D. Johnson. Good punt from Shipley. Oh, he's going to get one heck of a bounce all the way inside the 10, still rolling, and down at the 7-yard line.
Wow.
54 yards.
Mercy.
55 yards on that punt.
Some big numbers on these punts now.
Correction, 59 yards on that punt.
59, 50. Man, 250.
7:56 to play.
Loch Ness Monster. How much you want for them Girl Scout cookie? 250.
Ronnie, I don't know if we've seen any team this year. In fact, I already know the answer. Nobody's held Ennis under 300 yards of offense.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm thinking not even 400 yards. Here's a pass out here, flags down. Karan Smith, oh, what a nifty move. Karan Smith on just a little bubble screen. He's going to get out across the 22, but the back judge or the umpire in the end zone called something right off the bat as the ball was coming out of the arms of Colin Drake. Illegal procedure, checking illegal formation, so maybe not enough men at the line of scrimmage for the Lions. So obviously North Forney is going to take that penalty and back up the Lions with 7:48 to play in the game. 31-14 our score.
Half the distance.
Moving back to, looks like the 4-yard line or the 3.5-yard line, where the Lions will play again first down at about 14.
Defensively here for North Forney this trip.
Skyland Simmons, the lone receiver to the near side of the field. 2 receivers to the far side. It's going to be the handoff to D. Johnson. He is going to bounce it out. He's going to get to the 10, to the 15, and close to the sticks on the far side of the field. See where they mark him out of bounds. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 16. He needs the 17.
North Forney sticking with the 3-man front. 3 backers and bringing one of their safeties up.
D. Johnson going out of bounds, stops the clock. That helps North Forney here for a moment. One back in the backfield with Colin Drake. Drake's going to keep the football across the 15-20. He'll get the first down and, more importantly, stay in bounds.
Yep.
Using some of that precious clock.
First down brought to you by Ennis Glass, LLC. Give Ray Vasquez a call, 972-878-9902 for your glass needs.
So the line of scrimmage is the 21.
Enough for a Lions first down.
The Lions just went over the 300-yard mark for the night, 306 to be exact. 3 receivers at the line of scrimmage, 1 left and 2 to the right. Karan Smith in motion, and Drake's going to keep the football. He gets a good block there, has a nice cut move across the 26. He'll be tackled around the 27-yard line.
And that was Clayton Jenkins leading the way on that one.
They're going to give him out to the 28, so for Colin Drake, a gain of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Ennis in no hurry. 17 still on the play clock. Simmons to the near side. Smith and Spencer to the far side of the field. Here's the snap back to Drake. Another time, Drake's going to keep the football. Got a little gap. He exploits it across the 35 where he's tackled there.
Well, did a great job of securing the football right there. As obviously at this late stage of the ball game, the defenders are trying to strip the ball.
Colin Drake tonight, 5 out of 14 for 79 yards and a touchdown, and he also has rushed the ball now 18 times for 79 yards and a touchdown as well.
I'll tell you what's just been a yeoman's performance by this Ennis offense tonight.
Ennis with 241 rushing yards. Drake's going to call his number for the 19th time. He'll get out to about the 37-yard line. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Lions. Precious time on the clock ticking away. 5 minutes and 46 seconds and counting.
Seeing a couple of things in there. Getting a little chippy.
Ennis, of course, district champions a year ago, and looking to go back-to-back here in 2020. That'd be the one good thing we can say about 2020 this year, gentlemen.
Man.
5:20 to play, and Drake hands off this time.
Right
Big hole. That offensive line, Ronnie,
they're
wearing them down a little bit now.
Yeah.
D. Johnson just exploded through that only because he had the very fine blocking.
Big Bacon Pierce out in front of him.
That's who I was fixing to call out right there.
I tell you what, Tamario Pace got a pancake over here on this outside, too.
Under 5 minutes. 4:53 and moving.
Cody Jersey. Big Strong out there on that left tackle, and long hair Mendez at center.
Simmons again to the near side. Handoff up the middle. D. Johnson hit hard. Goes forward to the 46-yard line. That's going to be good enough to give the Lions another first down on this possession, this series of downs.
That first down is brought to you by Ennis Door and Trim. For the highest quality commercial and residential doors and trim, call Robert Blazek, 972-875-7800.
Ennis, of course, coming in tonight, Ronnie, as you talked about, averaging well over 56 points a game. Pretty good defense tonight, holding this explosive line offense to 31. 4 receivers in. Jenkins is going to operate from the slot position alongside Simmons to the near side. Pitch out coming to the side and upended. Great job by the cornerback coming up and taking on D. Johnson, making the stop there at the 45, a loss of 1 on the play.
That was a great open field tackle by that young man.
Yeah, I believe, again, that's been the very active number 6 for the Falcons. Jeremy Bailey once again making another stop from the defensive backfield position. Ennis very content right now, running some clock, still with 17 on the play clock. Might snap this somewhere around 7 or 8 seconds. Drake gets his team ready and sends a man in motion, Karan Smith. Drake's going to keep the football, his 20th carry of the game.
Wow.
Plenty of running room for Colin Drake. He's going to get another Ennis Lions first down. And this offense, which has dominated opponents all of 2020, is now just unleashing itself now against this Falcon defense.
Brought the motion across the formation from left to right, opened that left side up for Drake as the ball was snapped, and he just took advantage of a lot of green to run into over there on that far side. Of course, he had big Clayton Jenkins out in front of him.
Ronnie, this may be the first game all season that the starters have had to play the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Still in the ball game with 2:48 to play in the game. There's a give to the running back up the middle. Started out as a big hole, but it closed up pretty quick across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. 2 minutes and 36 seconds and still moving here in the fourth quarter. Your 5A Division II district champions will be the Ennis Lions in 2020.
Number 1 seed.
North Forney certainly not interested at this point in taking and using one of its 2 remaining timeouts in this ball game.
I believe we were watching Denison and Frisco Legacy.
Okay.
On that, out of that district up there.
Here's a handoff coming right
Whoa.
there. Oh, look out.
Come on now.
D. Johnson.
You can't do that.
10, 5 touchdown lines.
You can put it on the board. Beastly. Just strutting the stuff into the end zone right there, man. I mean, boy, that was smoking hot.
D. Johnson.
Was it D?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I thought it was Beasley.
Beasley had one like that already tonight.
Yeah, he sure did. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me say this. D was running with some power right there, man.
Nice.
I mean, that's why I thought it was Beasley.
A couple of nice open field moves to show off that speed he's got. Touchdown and extra point is good. Timeout on the field. It is 38, North Forney 14. Your district champions folks are off and running. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Established in 2000, Hayden Electric Incorporated offers quality work at an affordable cost, specializing in fuel and convenience stations, restaurants, pole lighting, and major retail facilities. Hayden Electric has all company personnel and no contract labor. Hayden Electric Incorporated at 1810 South Kaufman in Ennis, or call 214-384-5664. Proud sponsors of Ennis High School sports.
Blackland Building Supply is the only name in Ellis County to remember when it comes to home building and home improvement. The staff at Blackland have many years in the home building business, and they bring that experience in for your advantage. They know what it means to have the products you need, when you need them, and at the price that is comparable to the major chains. Blackland's 16,000 square foot showroom and 5 acres of lumber are located at 1701 South Kaufman in Ennis. Blackland Building Supply proudly supports the Ennis Lions.
D. Johnson takes it to the house. Extra point is good with 1:57 to play. Ennis, they got it going on, folks. 38-14. And here's just a little squib kick around the 28 picked up and now falling on the turf. Ronnie, how about the scoring summary?
5 minutes and 59 seconds for Ennis to go the 92 yards in 11 plays. D. Johnson in for the touchdown, 38 yards. Aguilar's kick was good. You score 38-14, Ennis on top with 1:55 to play in the ball game.
Ronnie, you know it's all right, because you got a D. Johnson and a D. Beasley, and the 3 and a 9 look just the same. So you're off the hook on that, brother. Because he was beastly in his own right, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I'll tell you what, man, that was impressive. No doubt about it.
Jacob Acuna tonight has thrown for 200 yards, folks, and you know, he's dual threat. You knew what Ennis wanted to do. They wanted to take away his run game. And here's going to be Jarvion, probably called for a face mask with a penalty flag thrown in at the point of contact. But Acuna was stymied tonight, Ronnie, running the football with 15 carries for 24 yards. Not even 2 yards a carry. So Ennis had the game plan mapped out. We're going to stop Jacob Acuna. In fact, when we were eating that good catfish and shrimp, Ronnie, we talked about that. Stop Acuna from being able to beat you with his legs, and the Ennis Lions can check the box. They've done that tonight.
They have.
With the penalty, it moves it out to the 46-yard line, and so we'll play the rest of this. It'll just be academic from here. 1:50 to play. 3 receivers set. Acuna's in the gun. He's thrown for 201, and he's just going to hand off here. New back in the backfield, not Ty Collins this time. Collins, he was the workhorse tonight with 25 carries for 92 yards.
Chapman. Man, that dude's a beast. A bull of a beast.
Well, look at his number of tackles tonight. He's in double digits one more time.
Yeah, him and Hubbard both.
Clock ticking away at 1:22. I think Ennis, this might be tied with the Waxahachie game as the fewest points they've scored all season when they beat Waxahachie 38-0 in the second week of the, I dare say second ball game of the season. Here's Acuna barking out the signals and gets the snap and handoff one more time out to the Ennis 40 down to the 39-yard line. Still pushing the pile forward. Tough running right there down to the 36. Under a minute to play in the ball game.
Ain't no quitting these Falcons.
No, and North Forney wouldn't surprise me at all. Now that we've seen them, Ronnie, they could go on a little bit of a playoff run themselves.
I believe they can make some noise. Yep. They're certainly not. You know, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but what score was it I said it was going to be?
You're probably going to tell me 38-14. I'm guessing you're going to tell me.
It was pretty close.
But we got the officials. We got the official score marker down over there, Bart Harrison. He'll tell us.
What was it? Oh, he didn't write it down. The first time.
There's 28 seconds remaining, folks, before your district, before your Ennis Lions are crowned district champions. So is this back to back or just back to back as district champions?
Back to back, I believe.
It's got a good ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I kind of like it.
It could be the final play of the ball game. We'll see what North Forney elects to do, and it looks like they will. Both teams will head back to their sidelines and then greet one another. And they should tell each other, folks, good ball game out there tonight. We saw a playoff-type team in these North Forney Falcons, but it's a final now. As you can hear the Ennis horn in the background, the final score from Citibank Stadium. Ennis 38, North Forney 14. Stick around. The Hayden Electric postgame show is coming up after these messages.
Established in 2000, Hayden Electric Incorporated offers quality work at an affordable cost, specializing in fuel and convenience stations, restaurants.
Yeah, Rick. Tell us why, Rick. How many is he running? What? Wait, how long have we been down? Oh, this. Did you ever see the ball game?
Yeah, I heard y'all in the ball game. Yeah, you're not on now. Y'all ended the ball game though.
Exactly. Dang, Cody. This LED is messed up, man.
Is it not connected?
No, I can't see anything on the screen. It's like an old TV that's lost you ever dropped a color TV and all you got is squiggly lines? No, it shows me connected. You need to tell him it shows me connected.
I hear your voice.
Okay.
Mic loud?
front of me, Cody?
Yeah. Oh. I hear Ronnie's mic. I might hit that. I hear that paper rustling.
No.
But it says we're connected.
Jesse, can you hear us?
No.
What's the name of this stadium?
Citibank.
Citibank.
Yeah, y'all's mics are live on YouTube, so just be careful.
Jesse? Hello.
They are now. I mean, they were.
Hello, Jesse. You got something wrong.
Welcome back, everybody, to Citibank Stadium in Forney, Texas, where your Ennis Lions were crowned 8-5A Division II champions tonight with a resounding win, 38-14, over the previously undefeated North Forney Falcons. This is your Hayden Electric postgame show. I'm Tim Samuels along with Ronnie Greer, and we understand we're having some technical problems on radio back to the studio, Ronnie, but we understand that we're hot and we're live on YouTube right now, so we want to go ahead and conduct our post-game show. 38-14, Ronnie, I know you're going to give us some stats, but, man, what a big win to move Ennis Lions are remaining undefeated and knocking off a previously undefeated team, as I mentioned. Your impressions of tonight's ball game tonight?
Well, I tell you what, I was absolutely impressed with the way that North Forney was able to shut down the passing game. I mean, you're averaging 280 yards, I believe it was, passing, and you only get 79, but what a job on the ground, 306 yards rushing on 40 carries for Ennis, and just one of those deals where you just keep plugging away, plugging away, and just put the game out of reach there. I would say, late in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, with some stellar play and some key drives.
Ronnie, as we were talking about, over supper tonight in our pregame meal, we know Acuna's good,
yeah,
and we knew that they were going to ride him and his legs in particular. And, would you agree that Coach Harrell made that decision that they were going to make sure that they stymied him and put hats around him and kept him contained? Because that's a good quarterback that is heart and soul and the catalyst for this offense. He had less than 2 yards of carry tonight.
Exactly. I mean, therein lies the key, and we, as you said, we talked about it. Get the pressure on him and try to disrupt his throwing rhythm and then prevent him from getting the yards when he flushes from the pocket. And they were able to do that, and I believe that was the key to this victory here tonight.
And he gave, of course, he was able to throw for over 200 yards. It's just the kind of quarterback he is. But that's what Ennis also allowed him to do.
Right.
So, Ennis picked the poison of shutting down the quarterback and cutting off the head of the monster, as you've heard say before. And it worked not to perfection, but it worked very effectively nonetheless.
And you flip that to the other side. Forney did what they had to do to shut down the passing game, and it cost them on the ground. They gave up. What was it?
306, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3 touchdowns on the ground and 1 through the air. So, I mean, it's one of those deals where you got to pick what you want and try to stop, limit the other one best you could, and they just weren't able to do it tonight versus Ennis.
Big win tonight, folks. remaining undefeated are the Ennis Lions, and you look at defensively. I mean, you got two guys right there, and how many times have we talked about these two, Caden Hubbard and Peyton Chapman, combining for over 20 tackles in this game tonight, Ronnie? But it wasn't just the Hubbard and Peyton show. I mean, It was you had a lot of other people that could have got the same types of numbers. Several people with 6, 5, 7 tackles. Many times they harassed Acuna all night long. They put pressure on. Jarvion had a big ball game with a fumble recovery in the end zone for a touchdown. That defense, to me, that was a critical moment of the ball game, Ronnie.
No doubt.
When they got the interception in the end zone,
yes.
They recovered the punt or the muffed punt fumble in the end zone, and then they stopped them on 4th down inside the 10.
Right.
Some could say that defense, that was the rallying point.
Absolutely.
And the momentum changer.
I mean, any time that you've driven the field and you get inside the red zone and you don't get points out of it, and even worse, turn the ball over, that's demoralizing. It really is, and plus it uplifts your opponent to the point of just really being able to put something together on the other side of the ball, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, North Forney, what was it? 3 times, at least 3 times inside the 20 that they came away without points, and I mean, you look at it, that's the difference in the ball game.
No doubt about it. Big win tonight from Citibank Stadium here in Forney, 38-14. You want to take another break, and then you want to go ahead and close this thing out of here?
Let's shut it on down and
Let's
get out of here.
Let's remind our listeners, Ronnie, that
we've already had a knock at the door.
And they turned the lights out on us.
Well, what are y'all doing in there?
Yeah. Two weeks from tonight, folks, your next ball game for the Ennis Lions. They'll be at home in the friendly confines of Lyon Memorial Stadium. We believe a 7 o'clock kick with a 6:30 Doc's Beverage pregame show. It'll be Ennis versus Greenville. Just a game. It's a real game, but it factors into nothing in the standings. Ennis is the number 1 seed to represent District 8-5A. Playoffs will start the second weekend in December. It's always fun when you can say you're playing football in December, even in 2020. Well, it's been a lot of fun here tonight as we get ready to get on out of here while we still got a few lights on to find our way to the vehicles. But again, one last time, final score 38-14 from the sideline tonight. We appreciate Carlton Eckert and Julie Moreno. Thank y'all very much for all the work you do down there, and also Bart Harrison, who's been on the sideline and up in the booth. Cody Dickerson, one more time, thank you, sir, for all your technical support and help. Jesse, appreciate you back at the Ranch Towers. And Rick Nelson, best statistician in the land. Always appreciate Rick. And for my partner, Ronnie Greer, I'm Tim Samuel saying good night, everybody.
See you on the radio.